Hey, Jack. All right. You got this stuff?
Yeah. All cleaned in oil.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get it on.
Who are these guys?
It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
So I leave the dojo for one episode and the shit is in disarray? Really, Hesh?
Yeah, what the fuck, dog? What'd I do?
It wasn't that bad.
This nigga ain't talking about Comic-Con. This nigga mixing Haitian and Jamaicans.
Jamaica.
I'm like, God damn, yo. But I'm back. This is the 3 Ninjas Podcast. Anime analysis by African Americans. Comic book commentary by coloreds. Movie reviews with me and you, your mama, and your cousin too. As usual, I go by the name of Domino, a.k.a. Full Metal Smack-a-Bitch, a.k.a. Womb Raider.
Good Lord, have mercy, I'll wax that ass.
Say it, brother.
Oh, I'm gonna go bananas up in that rump shaker.
A.k.a. Magmar Use Ice Beam, a.k.a. Luke Bage, a.k.a. Deadass Pool, Clans from Cranbrook, Dreddy Kruger, Optimus Rhyme, I fucked that up. Ghost in a Half Shell, Ninja Scroll and Chill, Space Ghost Face Killer, G.I. Jumbo.
G.I. Jumbo, he's gonna destroy everybody for you and you and you and you.
And R2D2 Chains. And as usual, I am joined by
Hess Jones, a.k.a. the Urban Ichigo, a.k.a. a.k.a. the Afroless Samurai, a.k.a. the Black Blastoise Hydra Pumper Yo Bitch, a.k.a. the North End Naruto, a.k.a. Ash Killer Cam Ketchum, a.k.a. the Debbie Cake Destroyer, a.k.a. Yaja Broby, a.k.a. Heshbaka, a.k.a. Mace Windu-Rag.
You know what I got underneath this do-rag?
What you got on the do-rag?
Another do-rag.
a.k.a. Snack Lightning, a.k.a. Nigger Naruto.
Yo, quick question. Yo, did Yajirobe ever learn to fly?
Nah.
Nigga whack. Also, we got in the building.
I go by the name of Bobby, a.k.a. Darth Hater, a.k.a. the Man of Skill, a.k.a. the Juggerthot.
Yeah, it's the Juggernaut, bitch.
A.k.a. Bizarre Rondo, a.k.a. Super Saiyan Brohan, a.k.a. Roddy Piper, a.k.a. Nicolas Gage, a.k.a. Bastard Troy, a.k.a. Darkwing Cook. Never letting it go.
So how y'all doing, man? I missed the episode. Y'all niggas started wilding.
Yeah,
We did, yo, I think it was pretty good.
Yo, no lie, that shit was pretty good. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I was at home listening to it, and I know it was good because I wanted to be engaged in the conversation.
All right.
So I was like trying to answer shit. I was like, I'm not there. Where's my voice? It's not there.
All right, good.
But I'm back in the shit.
Yeah.
What's up with you and Jamaicans, B?
yeah. I was wondering that, man.
What you mean?
How you just gonna mix Jamaicans and Haitians? Storks.
Mariah Storks.
Hash Storks.
Mariah Storks. What I'm saying, they're not the same thing?
No.
Nigga, and you went on a trip to Jamaica. So like,
I was only in Jamaica for a day.
okay. So that nigga just happened to show Jamaica. But how was your trip though?
No, the trip was cool. Went to Jamaica, went to Grand Cayman, and then went to fucking Mexico.
Why you have an accent, yo?
I don't know.
Yo, stop accent. But it was cool. You had fun, man.
Yeah, I had fun. I just did, I did everything I do at home, but not home. I just ate way too much food and got really drunk.
Word.
Living my best life. I ain't fucking with you niggas. Nah, but it was good, man. It was cool,
Yeah,
got out in the sun for once in my life, you know what I mean? It was different.
that's the reason I wasn't there, because you motherfuckers want to record on a weekday, and my job is kind of hard to get here after work. So this nigga Hesh going on vacation. Oh, we got to record here? Like, nigga, I ain't going to make it. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Y'all niggas going to have to. This nigga didn't even want to do the show.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I just was going to do it. But he was like, nah, you got it.
Nigga said, Bobby said, stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
We about to do the show.
I ain't say all that.
I'd have said it. I was like, yeah, Hesh, stop being a bitch.
Yeah, niggas comfortable now.
How you doing, Bobby? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yo, I done seen both of y'all niggas like within the past month or so. And like niggas, yo, like I said, you ain't talk about Comic-Con. How did you enjoy Comic-Con in Connecticut at Foxwoods?
Oh, that shit was fun, man. It was cool. I got to see a lot of cosplayers and saw a lot of wild shit and, fucking cosplay. Cosplay is not, cosplay is not consent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosplay does not mean consent. We about to trademark that shit.
Had to keep thinking that because I was like, I seen a few couples like, oh.
I seen a couple things
was
there.
like,
So I seen a couple things there.
I was like, good lord.
We went to a panel that had remember Jesse from
Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
The one that died?
That died in the first one?
Yeah.
That nigga's wild.
That nigga insane, yo.
What happened?
Like he's like a ghost hunter now or some shit like that.
Okay.
Like he's something crazy.
But he also believes that like fairies exist and like trolls and things of that such. I was like, yo, you wild nigga. No wonder they never brought your ass back.
For real.
They brought back the nigga though. They brought back the other nigga, but they ain't bringing you back.
And then I went both days and I saw a panel with Jason and Freddy Krueger. I don't what's his name, Robert Englund.
Yeah, Robert
and
Englund. Some tall nigga.
Yeah, Jason.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah, they was there. They had a panel there. I saw that shit. That shit was pretty dope.
Fucking Tara Reid's ass was there.
Terror, yo,
Holding a
the
puppet.
most random shit, yo. Like, yo, Booker T was there. Some
Yeah.
bitch I blocked my.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, yo, Booker T was there. This bitch I blocked my photo. I still got the photo, bitch. Tara Reid was there. What are the niggas from the Power Ranger movie was there?
Yeah, the Red Ranger.
Red Ranger
one
was there.
that took over was I think it's Rocky or I think it's Rock or something like that.
Oh,
That nigga was there. Yeah, from when they replaced Jason and the shit. Like
Yeah.
the first, yeah.
And then what else? Who else we seen? It was black niggas. I don't know. It was.
What is it? There's a dude from iZombie. He was in the Breakout Kings. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he was there. And the dude from Stargate TV show was
Yeah,
there.
that nigga was there. That nigga looked wild. Yo, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yo, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all gotta chill on the sniffing. And then I saw this nigga Bobby at the Puerto Rican Day parade.
Oh, word? How was that?
I was
mad I missed that.
I was there looking for my second baby mom.
I believe
It
you.
was.
Oh,
it
they was out there?
Yo, they, brother.
Yo, Puerto Rican women is my weaknesses.
Yo, bro. Yo, this nigga
everybody
Bobby.
weaknesses.
This nigga Bobby came there lit. Yo, when I found Bobby, at
He
the
was
park,
already on
He
some
was
joint.
already lit.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yo, the funniest shit I never want no grown man to say to me again is, yo, I want ice cream.
Oh, I said that, didn't I? My bad.
Why not? Nigga can't want ice cream?
No. Because we went to like this little secluded
Plus,
area,
probably
right,
hot.
where it was like they were selling like Tito's and all these mixed drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm with this nigga Bobby. This nigga was already drinking nutcrackers and shit. So we
Oh,
get
he's
in there, this
fucked
nigga
up.
get another drink, and then we just chilling there. It was like the sun beaming or whatever, and we there for like 10, 15 minutes. I look over at Bobby.
Fucked
That
up.
nigga like swaying. I'm like, yo, you good?
Yeah, I'm excellent.
That
No,
nigga,
it's all right.
that nigga was like, yeah, I'm good. It was, I'm like,
Marvelous.
yo, you want some water? he was like, nah.
Nah.
I don't remember
want
none of
ice
that.
cream.
This grown ass man looked me in my eye and said, yo,
And my opticals said, I want
I
some
want some
ice
ice
cream.
cream. I was like, yo, dog, don't ever look me in my eye again talking about you want some ice cream, nigga. We cool and all, but I fucked you up.
Yo.
I was telling you want no ice cream again.
Fuck that. If I want ice cream, I'm telling a nigga I want ice cream. Yo, fuck
but
that.
when you're drunk, you're dehydrated and you're in the sun.
Yo,
so
it
you
was
need
so
water.
fucking hot.
You don't
Yeah.
need sugar.
Why not?
That dehydrates you more.
But it's cold though.
No, you need you need cold water.
Or ice cream.
No.
Ice cream.
No, do not back this, Hesh. You can't.
I'm fat. I want ice cream, nigga.
I forgot.
And I'm an alcoholic, so I don't believe in being dehydrated.
Nah, but we had a cool time. He was with his boys or whatever, and that nigga was just off. That nigga was fucked up.
The joints was out there though.
Yo, the joint.
Yeah.
Yo, man, in fact,
Rap eye.
I love you, baby. I gotta go home.
She don't listen to this,
I don't know that.
Do she?
I know she. I don't know.
but somebody she know probably listen to this.
Shout out to Kai.
Yo, yeah, don't be snitching, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck. Nah, I'm sorry, you cool though.
So we on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever the fuck you get your podcast, we are there. Three Ninjas Podcast on Three Ninjas Podcast on Instagram, Three Ninjas Pod on Twitter, Three Ninjas Podcast at gmail.com for any comments, questions, or concerns. You can reach us there for our Ask a Ninja segment. If you got any thing you want to say, anything that we need to improve on the show, anything you don't like, just reach us there, or you could DM us, or whatever the case may be. So, with that being said, let's start the motherfucking show. Hess, what question we got?
So this question comes from French Roll 25.
Shout out.
Shout out to you, dog. So he says, been listening to the show since episode 3, and every 2 weeks is too long for great content. Can we please get this every week?
Nah.
We're going to talk about that. You
Unless
guys,
y'all niggas support our Patreon.
Yeah,
Because, like,
I was
I'm
gonna
already at that point where I'm about to quit my job, but if I do it every 2, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So I need niggas to support me somehow, even if it's on Twitch, even if it's on this
Yeah.
Patreon shit. Y'all can get the shit every week, but it's also a fact of, like, I don't want to, like, have this shit turn into like an obligation or like a job or some shit. Like I want to
have fun when you come do it.
I want to miss it a little
Yeah.
bit because like I ain't seen y'all niggas in the studio for like
It
a
felt
month.
like a month.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been like a month since I seen y'all
All
niggas
together.
in the studio, so it's like I want to miss this shit. It was like I was actually looking forward to coming here today and recording. But yeah, I mean the every week shit. if we get some money behind this shit and whatever the case may be, then maybe this nigga asked like 3 questions.
Yeah, so hit the Patreon up if you like. Because we get that every once in a while. People talk
Help
about,
us quit our jobs.
Yeah, help us to help you, nigga. Like we would love to do more episodes, but it costs money.
The
nigga.
more money you give us, the more content we can push out and have free time to do whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I don't like about the 2-week things is that the topics build up.
Yeah, they build up. Yeah, that would be, and we'd be more current on certain stuff because we do 2 weeks. So sometimes we talking about something that's fucking 3 weeks after.
Sometimes you're gonna have a slow week because we happen to do this shit during like all the Comic-Cons
right
and all
now,
that shit and all like the movie premieres and all this bullshit.
But once that dries up,
once that shit dries up around like not premiere movie time or some shit drops, then it's like what the fuck we gotta talk about?
Exactly.
It's always something.
We'll find something, but
we always gonna find something.
Yeah, so
we just gonna sit here and talk shit.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But so if you do want us to try to do more than just every 2 weeks, hit the Patreon up. I know money's short for everybody, but $1 a month ain't crazy.
Yeah, shout out to our new Patreon subscriber. I don't know his fucking
I can't remember
name
the name off the top of my head, but
yeah, but shout out to him though. What's the other question they asked?
So he said, "You guys have inspired me to want to do my own podcast with my boys.
out here.
Is there any advice you can offer?"
Be yourself.
And just do it. Don't spend too much time thinking about it and like worrying about. Get your concept down about what you want to do. Figure that out. Like what kind of podcast you want it to be, the kind of format you want to do. But go out and do it because the more you waste time trying to like think about it too hard, you're not gonna do it. Just do it because you'll learn as you go. Because we talked about it when we first started, but I did another podcast for a year with a bunch of other people. So do it. Also get you a group of people that actually give a fuck about doing it.
That too.
That's also very important. If you just decide to do something that's not by yourself, make sure you have people who actually give a fuck about the product.
Let's see. My first piece of advice, I would say is most important, but it's kind of like an oxymoron when it comes to this show, is do a show with your friends. Not niggas you cool with, not niggas you think that'll be good for a podcast, like your actual friends and shit. Like I said, it's an oxymoron because y'all two niggas ain't know each other before this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but it worked. I was
No,
like,
but I sat down and talked to him before we even came in here.
yeah.
So
So
I was like,
I was like, yo, Hesh. I was like, yo, I've known Hesh like 3/4 of my life.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know he cool. I known Bobby like a year or two. I'm like,
Bobby
all right,
cool.
Bobby cool.
Yeah,
So I was
Bobby
like,
cool.
all right, they ain't really troublemakers.
Yeah.
Can they come together and do a show and they don't know each other?
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, because Bobby cool, and I don't fuck with nobody. We don't always agree on everything, but we get along with shit.
It ain't a fight where it's like, yo, I don't know if I'm coming back, nigga. Fuck
Oh
you.
nah,
It's like,
No,
I don't foresee
Yo,
that ever happening.
if it had been like, yo, you fat nigga, fuck your beard. I'd have been like, damn, nigga, like what you want me to do now? Now I gotta blow the whole show up.
Nah, I think we could. I don't think what we should ever. I personally don't foresee that problem happening.
Nah, I
think
don't
we're
see it
pretty
either.
good. Yeah.
Cause I don't know what I'm doing. I've been doing podcasting for like 3 years. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. All this shit is trial and error. Like I said, do this shit with niggas you cool with, not niggas you think,
wait, so what was the domino effect shit about?
that was niggas I was cool with
Okay.
and niggas I thought that would be good for a podcast.
Yeah.
Them wasn't my friends. Like I know Hesh. I've
Yeah.
been around Hesh. I've known Hesh like
Since at least fourth grade.
that's my nigga. Like
Yeah.
like I can call it like if I got your phone number and I can hit you up on a regular, like I feel like you my friend.
Yeah.
Like it was just niggas that I thought like had like a opinion that was different than mine.
Well, I was kind of a risk bringing me up here though, because you didn't know
A
me.
wayward opinion. It was because like at that point I only knew Bobby for like a year, and like I had met him on a Domino Effect. It was like some shit happened in the city. He reported on. I was like, oh, this nigga from the town. Let me talk to him real quick.
Yeah.
And then I followed the nigga, and it was like, he actually talked about comic books. He liked comic books. Then he was like, oh, he really like comic books and shit. So I'm like, all right, he cool. And then we started talking back and forth or whatever. Like, all right, it's a cool nigga. So I could be around him and not feel uncomfortable or feel like he wouldn't fit or something like that.
Bobby got no problem saying what the fuck is on his
No,
mind.
I really don't.
And then it's like it just fits. Like
Yeah.
it don't.
That was one of the reasons why I was kind of skeptical of doing this shit at first. Like honestly, because we was trying to have this thing where we was like, all right, are we going to be able to curse or not? And I was like,
We trying to
fuck,
figure it
man,
out. Yeah.
Can't say what I want to say. Like, oh fuck, man, how the fuck is this gonna work?
The only reason I didn't want to curse is because of the environment that we're trying to be in, and then not a lot of people are with the cursing and the niggas and the this, that, and the third. So I was like, all right, we need to tone it down. But it's like you can't be you
if you're not being you.
We're not being you.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is how we talk. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna not be us and try to be these unauthentic people and not have a good show. Because the reason y'all like the show is because we
we
are
pretty
who
much.
we are.
You getting us, nigga.
So if we ain't us, then people might not gravitate
us,
toward
yeah.
it as they are.
Yeah.
So that goes back to the getting the right people. Making sure you're getting people that give a fuck about the product and want to do the shit, and they don't have to necessarily have the same passion for it as you, but at least care about it and show up.
Get niggas that's on the same page, because shit don't work unless niggas is on the same page. Because all three of us have a job, whether we know it or not, and I don't have to ask niggas to do they fucking job. Like Bobby do videos. I don't ask Bobby to do videos. He just do the shit. You be on social media, Ash. I don't
horribly, but I be doing it.
It don't matter. It was like, yo, that's one. Because when I was on the Domino Effect, it was all on me.
Yeah,
I felt that.
Even though, from jump, it was all on me. It was like, I edit the shit, I promote the shit, I do this, that, and the third, yada, yada. I was like, yo, it's all on me. When it's like a third, it was like, all right, so now I got so much pressure on me to try to get this shit out here. And then it's grown to what it has been because of me.
Yeah.
Not because of them niggas.
Yeah.
I did all this shit on my own, but to have help, it's like, all right, I can chill. Like, I don't have to do every fucking thing. So make sure everybody on the same page. Be different. Us, for example, like we do a black nerd geek podcast, but we sound like us. And then the podcast that I've heard, they don't sound like us. Whether it be the fact that we cuss or that we venture off into other topics or whatever the case may be. I don't know a lot of black nerd geek podcasts that sound like us. Like I said, just be different. Come up with your own topics, how you want to word shit, segments, this, that, and the third. Just be something that's not out there, because it's a million niggas doing podcasts every day. They pop up every fucking day out of nowhere. What's going to make you different than this nigga or different than us? Do something different.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to start over either.
Yeah, nigga.
Because like I said, I had something going.
I started over twice.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's something you really want to do, then I think that's the other important. That's the other thing. Is it just something you want to do because you think it's cool, or is it something that you really kind of actually want to do? Oh, because that will.
Please don't waste somebody's fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you don't want to put the work in, like, this is gonna take hours. This is gonna take money. Like,
definitely.
Like, y'all sit here. Well, y'all sit where y'all at, and y'all listen to us. This is just like you listen to us for like 90 minutes, 2 hours, or whatever the case may be. But then after that, it's a lot of work that go into this shit. Like, niggas gotta edit this shit, niggas gotta promote this shit, niggas gotta come up with topics, certain shit. Like, it's a lot of work that go on behind this shit. It ain't just talking for 2 hours. Make sure that you can talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's important.
Make sure you got a valid fucking opinion about something. Like, it ain't just us sitting here talking. What else other advice I got? I don't know, like artwork and just like a schedule. And
try to make sure you put your product out at the same time, same day, all the time when you can.
I mean, I try to.
Obviously, it happens. Shit happens for
I said, because I work.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
plus he has kids and everything.
Sometimes the shit come out on Monday. Sometimes
sometimes
it's a late Tuesday.
Yeah, but it happens.
Shit happens, but you're gonna get it when we record it. You're gonna get it that same week.
Yeah.
It's nothing's gonna go past Wednesday. It's just the fact that niggas be tired. Niggas be leaving the studio. I'll be like, yo, I really gotta sit here and edit this shit. Like, fuck it. Yo, the intro dead ass be taking like an hour and a half for me to figure out. I'll be like, all right, so how the fuck I'm gonna line shit up? What happened in the show? What instrumental can I use that's not gonna get us taken down and all this other shit? It just be a lot of fucking work, but it's just be different. Don't waste nobody's fucking time. Know why you're doing a podcast. Don't do it because it's the new hot shit to do. Because everybody want to do a podcast because, that's the new wave. Everybody think because they got friends that they sit there and joke for an hour, that they can talk on a mic for an hour. Talking on a mic and talking in a room is two different fucking things.
Yep.
Like, just learn. Like, don't waste time. Don't waste money. Just know what you're getting into. This shit ain't easy. We just make it look easy because we fucking do this shit.
Because we ain't here, motherfucker.
We doing this shit, nigga.
Yeah, this shit ain't written jokes. This shit is off the fly.
off the cuff, nigga.
If you can't tell this from the top, from the wild shit that come out of my face, if you think I think about the shit I say,
nigga,
God bless you.
Thinking about what?
Yeah. Just words be coming out. This is like,
see, if y'all listen to if you compare the first episode to now,
way different.
Total 180.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we was trying not to cuss. I was bleeping shit out. I was like, yo, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. We need to just be, especially with Bobby.
I was drunk as fuck.
Yo, I couldn't fuck with Bobby, yo. So I was like, yo, I'm trying not to cuss. This nigga Bobby, like,
he started it off. You said
You said nigga. You opened it up saying nigga.
Yeah, you said wipe your foot off when you come to our dojo, my nigga. My nigga.
Okay.
Yup, there it goes.
Accountability is something I do. I apologize. Then I tried to censor it for the rest of the show.
Too late, nigga.
But it was too late after that.
That first nigga flew and it was like.
Then it was like, all right. And then fucking Bobby 2-time over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was like, Bobby, you just said that like
I'm
20
sorry.
minutes
I'm
ago.
sorry. I'm never watching the first episode again.
I was like,
No, it's fucked up. Even though that happened, it's still a good episode.
I'm never listening to that shit again.
It's still a good episode.
I'm never listening to that shit
No,
again.
I don't blame you, but I'm just saying it's still a good episode.
It's still a good episode.
It's just,
I'm never listening to that shit again.
listen, I don't blame you.
Nigga, wait till we get like 100 episodes.
Nigga, you lucky I haven't gotten like really drunk on this shit. Because if I ever get really drunk,
No.
we can't even do the show.
That one episode, this nigga let the F words fly.
Oh
nigga.
yeah,
I was
fucked
like,
up.
yo, what the fuck is wrong? Yo, I gotta edit to stop, nigga.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Matter of fact, we was talking about like Dark Phoenix or some shit. I was like, yo, Hesh, how do you feel about that? He was like, yeah, these boop, yeah, the boop. And then when the boop, I was like, yo, cut the commercial. This nigga wild.
I forgot about that.
Of course you did, you drunk bitch.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck is wrong with you?
I like to drink.
Stop. I mean, we drinking right now, so
Yeah.
hopefully this shit don't go off the rails.
Man, this shit
but
only a beer.
nah, I didn't eat that much. I don't know.
Oh, that's
Neither did I. I'm currently hungry.
Yo, that nigga said something about tacos. I was like, I'm with it, but I'm broke.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Just came back from vacation trying to get my life right.
Butcher ping in it.
Boop boop blurt mercy.
It was Wonder Bread loaf. I was like, what the fuck are you talking? What else? That's pretty much it. Like, y'all niggas go through the 5 on your own, because I learned this shit on my own. 3 years of doing this shit, I just learned what worked, what didn't work. You know, you're going to have a lot of problems. You're going to have a lot of ups and downs. Like, my first episode of Domino Effect, I thought I was lit, nigga.
I thought you was the shit.
Yo, my first episode did like 1,000 listens. I was like, oh, I'm lit, nigga.
Niggas fuck with you real quick, and then niggas don't.
This is how podcasts go. I'm lit.
Yeah.
Next episode, 80.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. And then like 14 episodes in, we had got like a contract to sign to a network. I was like, oh, we lit. Shit went nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, something ain't right. I'm getting all these ups and downs, like niggas crashing.
Yeah, for us, I mean, we didn't do nowhere near like that, but our first one we do for a while was doing pretty good, and then we hit a severe drop, and then it was just we never really recovered, and then we did kind of, and then it was just like, and then I was
But
like,
our numbers are steady though.
yeah, we pretty good right now.
Like we good. And like I said, I still think Bobby chased away a lot of white people.
I didn't do nothing.
I think you did.
I ain't doing
I'm just saying, but
Nah, we got white people.
I ain't
fucking
saying
with
anything crazy yet.
yeah, nigga,
Well,
what? Are you bugging?
I mean, but it's the truth though. I'm not lying.
You can't speak the truth on audio, nigga.
Hey man.
Behind it, where niggas can hear you, nigga. Us in the room, mics off. Say whatever the fuck you want, niggas, crackers, Yakubians.
Why aren't we saying all that?
Yakuza.
Yakubians, all that shit.
Yakubians.
Nigga, I'm believing that out.
Why? That's not offensive.
It's not.
It might be.
It might. Oh man, but yeah, just do this shit and hopefully it goes well. Let us know if you do start it so we can promote it. Cause we do appreciate you listening and then being inspired off of us. So that is a high point. That is something I'm proud
That's
of.
super flattering.
Yeah, that's flattering as fuck. So, let's go ahead and get into these. Matter of fact, no, they had another question too.
Yeah, they did have one more question.
Okay.
And so this one is going to be like, I know you guys favor certain shows, so I wanted to know who you would think would win in a fight. And he separated for each one. He said for Hesh, which is I. He said Blackbeard Pirates versus Whitebeard Pirates.
And that's from One Piece.
That's One Piece for y'all motherfuckers who don't know. If you don't know, get to knowing. Respect yourself. But then he said for Domino, Usagi Yojimbo versus Leonardo.
Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, Usagi, I don't know. I can't read it.
That's all right.
I'm fat. And then Bobby, he said Whis versus SS.
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
SSG. I guess was it
Yeah,
SSG?
Super Saiyan guy, Super Saiyan go.
Okay, Vegito.
Go Vegeta.
Vegeta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess since my name was first, I will go first. Fudge. So it depends on where you pick up in the story. I would say right now, fuck. So there's gonna be maybe some slight spoilers, but I'm gonna say
I'm not watching 900 episodes.
I know, right? I am
why-
not watching that shit.
not
y'all
watching
not
it.
willing to be dedicated to the cause of
My
greatness.
nigga, I barely got through fucking Attack on Titan.
That reminds me, I gotta
That
get
shit
caught
lit.
up on that shit.
That shit lit.
It
Yo.
is. I gotta get caught up on that.
Wait, is it 20? Is it 22nd, right?
No, I prepared already. Season 3 started.
No,
Like, the first episode
22nd
out.
today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's out.
First
Third
episode
season
today.
out?
It's out.
First episode today.
It's on Hulu right now.
Oh shit.
I didn't watch it. I gotta get
I
caught
watched
up.
that
So I'm gonna just say Whitebeard Pirates only for the fact that fucking Sabo gave Burgess the fucking business when they fought, and even though Sabo is a fucking revolutionary, like command, he's like second in command of that. But I just figured they gotta have mad more powerful people on the Whitebeards. Then there's only like 5 people in Blackbeard's pirate, and they have like a whole legion. But that was before the time skip. Fuck, I don't know. Blackbeard do be cheating. Nah, because they haven't shown the Blackbeard pirates after the time skip, after everything that happened. So I don't know. Besides Burgess showing up, but he got his ass whooped. But they haven't showed the rest of them. And plus, there's some shit that's been going on. So, but I'm gonna just say Whitebeards because I believe in them, and Marco was cool.
Word.
So, Whitebeards.
I was next, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Leonardo versus Yojimbo. I'm just going off of strictly age because Leonardo's a teenager and Yojimbo's a whole fucking adult.
You got that experience.
I think it's a rabbit, so I'm just going off experience. Yeah, because they just fucking Ninja Turtles tried to add like the whole tortoise in the hair thing, so they tried to add a character. So
that's why he's a rabbit.
They added the rabbit, so it's like, and then like in the 2012 series, like he's a real nigga, like he's a real like
dude,
like
yeah.
samurai from like the Middle Ages.
They got turned into
sent
a
to
rabbit.
protect. No.
Oh, not yet.
But he's from like this other dimension. He's sent to protect this like this little prince. So like he's a real like swordsman and all that shit. Like he's real, but in like the 1990s cartoon, he's just like a little plaything like on Easter and shit like that.
Yeah.
It just dropped out of nowhere. But if I'm going off of just like sword skill and like I'm just going off age, I'm going with Yojimbo. But if Leonardo was definitely 21, he'd get in that ass. I'm not fucking with because like when it comes to like just discipline and shit like that, because Usagi got like a little bit of like a temper issue.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to break his concentration, but when you do, like he's fucked.
Yeah.
Like you could fuck him up at that point. But I'm just going strictly off of age, so I'm just gonna go with Usagi.
Bobby?
Oh, Whis and Super Saiyan.
I mean, I know my answer for that.
Fuck. Yo, Dragon Ball Super, they have no power struggle. They have no power structure. That logic is gone.
Because it don't make no sense.
It's
Niggas
kinda,
is just strong.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking an opinion.
But didn't Whis beat Beerus?
And also, Whis is stronger
Whis
than
is
Beerus.
stronger than Beerus.
And he can rewind time. And he can rewind time. That's my own shit. He
Yeah,
got some other shit.
Yeah, but Super Saiyan God.
Super Saiyan God,
Vegito?
Vegito. So they're fused
But he's still
to a higher
fucking-
level.
But he fought both of them niggas at the same damn time.
Yeah, but I don't think he's beating them. No. Whis is taking that easily because even though they were Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta and Goku couldn't touch him.
Yeah.
So I think it'll clear like a little bit of the gap if they fuse, but not that much.
Yeah.
I don't know how strong this motherfucker is though.
Really,
honestly.
I think that's really.
I don't.
I think that's the bigger thing. It's like such a mystery about what his actual cap of strength is.
Yeah, and I've never seen Whis surprised.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Even when he turned, even when Goku turned fucking, Ultra Instinct, he was just like, oh, he mastered it.
Finally!
He was just like,
Really,
eh.
nigga?
So,
You're not long been around, nigga.
yeah, so
I've seen this before.
I mean, I'm guessing like the angels, they have to be close to
Some other type of omnipotence. shit.
Zemo,
Yeah.
in a way, but not really. Because Zemo can snap his fingers
Then
and
just-
nigga, you on some Thanos shit.
Out of here.
Nah, I'm gonna say Whis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Whis. They ain't fucking with
That
Whis
makes
yet.
sense.
Good question, yo.
Yeah, thank you for sending that in.
Shout out to French Roll 20. What is it?
25.
25.
Yeah, how the fuck this nigga knew our favorite shit?
That nigga listen to the
He
show.
listens to the show.
Yeah, he
we
pays
have
attention.
we have listeners who enjoy our content and know that I talk about One Piece all the goddamn time because it is great. And y'all niggas need to watch it.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah,
bro.
fuck y'all
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch it from episode 1.
Do it.
And when I finish, by the time my daughter's in high school, I'll let you know.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying you have to watch it all in a month. Just watch it.
I
Take
am
your
gonna watch
time.
Nigga, I went on Hulu. They got all the episodes. I was like, shit.
Like, fuck Hesh.
Yeah.
Man. Can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yo, if you watch one episode a week, nigga,
One a week?
What?
I'm just telling you to enjoy the
It's
show.
52 weeks in a year.
Okay.
Nigga, I'll be 35.
I'm not saying you gotta complete the whole thing. I'm just saying just to watch it because I think it's good.
You think niggas doing this show 10 years from now? Like, y'all finally finished One Piece.
Somebody might.
Yo, they got out One Piece Ultra. Nigga, suck my dick, nigga.
One
I'm
Piece
not
Ultra. Super One Piece.
Super, nah, I'm good.
Oh,
One Piece
I'm good.
Shippuden.
I'm good. I am good.
Oh,
Two
fuck.
Piece.
What about his son?
His name's Doofy.
Yeah, Doofy. Gale Swallows. Like, that's no comment. No comment.
Yeah,
I don't know why people listen to us.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
So let's go ahead and get into the topics real quick. So are we not doing Power?
It's up to y'all. I don't care either way.
I didn't watch most of them. I watched the first one. I didn't watch the other one.
All I can say is that the son's stupid.
Fuck
Tariq,
stupid.
Tariq is a dumb nigga.
Tariq has got to die in some type of way. Like Ghost got to lose 2 kids.
So he's gotta lose 2 kids. I mean, he got that one we never seen, so he good.
She dead ass Judy.
Yo, grandma took her and never brought her back.
Nah, but she was in like 2-3 episodes last season because they was at the funeral. Well, they was at the get together at the house, and she was a little light skinned child on the couch.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I know.
Yeah, but shout out to Judy.
My only thinking is, and they're doing a horrible job of doing it, is that they might be trying to set him up as being a new little dumb ghost. Like, so maybe the letting this nigga go thing is part of a plan that he's got and he's not telling nobody about. Is my only hope.
Yeah, but
Otherwise, even still, it's still stupid. But I'm just saying, because you could have just got rid of the nigga right then at that one time.
Tariq's
But
a fucking dumbass.
he's just a dumb nigga.
They're setting up for Tommy to die.
Yeah, I feel like it.
he needs to
Tommy's
go.
gonna die at the end of the season because when he got them 2 niggas killed, he was like, yo, don't fuck with these 2 niggas. They elite. They with us. And then he fucked around and got them shot and one killed. It was like, all right, Tommy's like breaking the code. Like, we got a whole family and your dad in jail, and you only here because of your dad. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't kick. Yeah, Mars.
Oh, you ain't seen the rest
Yeah,
of
there's
the
some other shit that happens with that. So.
I know
it
his
is.
dad is kind of like setting him up.
Yeah.
So it's like, but
Yeah, even
Tommy's gonna die at the end of the season. But like, if you want to be on that upper echelon of like series, like you got to kill one of the main characters. Like, when they killed Stringer Bell, it was something. When Avon went to jail, it was something. When fucking Chris and Snoop got caught, when Snoop got shot.
How my hair look?
You look good, girl.
Yeah.
Bah! I was like, shit. And then Chris got locked up. It was like, all right, so you got to introduce these main characters, then you got to off them because like this is what happens in the street. Like the Wire was the only show that I saw that was about the street that was real to the street. It was like, yo, these people that you see
Died.
They have to go, and some like they're gonna go to jail or they're gonna die.
What's homeboy's name?
What?
Nah, the light skinned nigga with the gap tooth. He got
D'Angelo?
He the one who got clapped in the corner. He was going out like a gangster because he was kind of the nigga that was there from the beginning of the shit. The young nigga, I can't remember his name right
Bodie.
now. Bodie, yeah,
Yes.
Bodie. I was like a real nigga.
Yo,
yeah.
when they killed Bodie, my
Mad, nigga, upset.
I was upset. And he ain't even an A-list actor.
Nah,
like, I was upset, nigga.
Upset.
He double tapped him.
Bang, bang.
I was like, whoo! These niggas real.
Yeah. Wouldn't go out. He could have ran, but he's like, nah, I'm a real nigga.
Nah, his boy, what was his boy like?
The
Darcy.
nigga with the big head.
Darcy big head.
The nigga that kept getting burnt. The nigga kept getting burnt. Fucking with that same though.
Stop fucking with that bitch. He had to hold down the corner. Like, that fucking street life is all you know mentality. That shit's gonna get you killed. And nigga got double tapped.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. But Power.
Yeah. Power got to, but they afraid to do that.
I only watched the first episode. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like this series is something that's like I see what they're trying to do, but like the writing ain't there. Cause like from jump, when I first seen the first episode of Power, I was like, this is one of them shows where they're gonna try too much and it's not gonna land. Where it's like I can tell what's gonna happen next, or I can like it just doesn't seem like it's flowing right. It doesn't seem authentic.
Yeah.
But that's
Still gonna keep watching it though.
I gotta go home and catch up on it, even though Optimum took my stars. But I got.
No, it's back.
For real?
Yes, that's how I watch it.
I thought you watched it through the illegal.
No, nigga, I don't do illegal shit. I'm pussy.
The shit that he gave us.
Nah,
he gave us the
Stars
shit.
is back.
That's how.
Stars is back. It's been back. Stars been back. Oh, you slacking on your Mac and pimping?
I don't be watching TV, nigga.
Hold on, yeah, no, me neither.
Yo, it be Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. That's
Just be
it.
Netflix and sleep, nigga.
Yeah, for real. Ant-Man and Wasp. I did not get a chance to watch it.
I did. I enjoyed it. It was actually really good.
Yep,
So y'all can spoil it because I don't care.
Wee you.
Nigga, this whole we doing mad reviews. I'm
So,
just telling you.
Prepare your face.
Exactly. So, gentlemen.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
That's about it.
It was good. They introduced the quantum realm.
They went deeper into it.
Yeah,
they
with
kinda
space and
showed
time.
it, yeah.
So when do I start? Where do I start? Oh, Lawrence
ended fucked up.
Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne was Goliath.
Yeah.
Remember the black dude,
Who
the
can
black
grow-
superhero
who
Goliath?
grow-
He
who
was
can grow-
big,
he can grow his big, yeah, so-
really big man. Yeah,
Yeah. really big. Where are you, really big man?
Yeah, he's that guy.
I mean, he didn't actually do anything
Yo, is
like that.
his daughter still doing porn?
I don't know.
She's still sucking
That's a
dick?
wild question. I mean,
Jeez.
all women are sucking dick, so let's... But is she doing porn still? It's
Nah,
a
because you
different
said
question.
Lawrence Fishburne.
I know.
First thing I thought it was
His daughter doing
Daughter
porn.
suck a dick.
That's
Give me the
horrible.
fucking gun, Trey.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, gentlemen.
But yeah, see this is with the Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was good. The comedy was good. All that. The writing was good. It was what we were saying in the past episodes. Like, you have to have a villain that you relate to in order to push the movie forward. That's what it's getting to. Because the ghost chick, like, she was doing that shit for a reason.
Yeah, super kind of sympathetic.
Yeah,
It kind of felt bad for her a little bit towards the end. Yeah. And she was a villain, even though she was a villain, but she wasn't at the same time.
Yeah.
She was just a person with a purpose who had to get something done. I mean, I guess we're spoiling it.
Yeah.
She
was dying.
Yeah, so like her dad used to work with Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man, and then for whatever reason, Hank Pym was a dick when he was younger, so he got to do discredited. So he's doing experiments on his own, working with the quantum stuff, and she got caught in an explosion, and her parents got killed. So that she got caught in an explosion, and it affected her body. So she's like shifting between realms. So she kind of phases in and out of the reality, which is why you see her like walking through shit and all that shit because that's the ghost character. But it's slow. She's been doing that since she was a young kid, but it's slowly she's getting ready to die. So at the same time, Hank and his daughter, they're on the run after what happened with Civil War. Yeah, because Scott Lang took the suit, and they know that was Hank Pym's technology, and he helped fight with Captain America. So they're on the run because the Sokovia Accord shit. So that keeps factoring and stuff. So they're on the run because that was their technology and shit. So, but at the same time, they're trying to get into the quantum realm because they know that his wife, her mom, is still alive. So she's trying to take the technology they're using to get in the quantum realm to try to fix her body. And so that's basically the main conflict that's going on with that. And Scott's on house arrest because of this shit, but he's getting off and trying to fix his life. But yeah, it was a good movie. Mm-hmm. And it ended fucked up.
Yeah, it did. It ended like you said it would.
Yeah.
I was right?
Yeah, you're right. Niggas vanished.
Oh, niggas.
Niggas vanished. Everybody except for Scott.
But it's fucked up how what happened, because
how it happened.
at the end of the thing that happened at the end, because obviously this takes place before Infinity War. So after all the problems are solved, everything is done. So then now they're trying to do experiments on the quantum realm. Now that they've been there and back and kind of can get there, and her mom came back with special powers and wild shit. And they try to get some like particles to help the ghost chick because they kind of healed her and life happens. So his ass goes into the quantum realm, and then
they vanished.
Then all them niggas died. He's stuck in the quantum realm right now. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck he gets out. Right now he's stuck in the quantum realm, so his ass is just floating. So and that was the like post credit scene. So that's how that ended. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. You know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah.
Isn't the best? Isn't the greatest? Isn't
Was
the
it better
worst?
than the first one?
To me, I don't think so. I think I really like the first one way better, but I haven't watched the first one in a very long time, so I could be wrong about that.
I think it was a little better.
Yeah.
I think it was, the comedy where he was like, "Oh, that's true serum." He's like, "Nah, it ain't true."
Oh
serum."
yeah, that was funny. You're right. I forgot about
Yes,
that.
it is
shit.
true serum.
I guess it is true serum.
Shot him up with it. He was like, he started telling the truth. He's like, "Yeah, that's true serum." He's not truth serum. It was just
Yeah,
bad.
that shit was
joke.
funny. I forgot about that.
Fucking T.I. was in it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, T.I. Oh, Baba Yaga. No, you're right. Actually, you're right. I think this one might be funny. The Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba.
Baba Yaga.
So 1 out of 10.
I'd give it like an 8.5.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8 too.
So you said 8.5. You said 8.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. So let's see. Death of Superman.
I did not see that. Well, Bobby
What's
did.
up?
That shit was lit, man.
I don't do illegal shit.
I didn't see it either.
Man, that shit was mad violent. Like,
Good.
this goes to show you how better the animated universe is. Yo,
DC stands for discombobulated.
nigga.
And we about to talk about that.
That
later,
shit
too.
was so live. Instead of they kind of switched up a little bit. Instead of Doomsday being underground,
He came from
he
space.
came from space in like a meteor cocoon sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's how he originally showed up.
Yeah,
in the
he-
comic book.
Yeah, he hit the ground or whatever. Then the Atlanteans seen him. So they were trying to, excavate and shit. And then out of nowhere, like Doomsday just grabbed both of their heads and crushed that shit.
He said,
I was like, oh, this is real.
"He's like, you want to go night night, nigga?
Man,
Everybody go night night,
yo,
nigga."
Doomsday came out. He fucked up. Aquaman real quick.
Damn, not Aqua.
Yo, he fucked up. Who's that? Hawkman, whatever the fuck his name is. Fucked him up. Fucked Green
Hawkman was
Lantern.
alive?
Whatever. Yeah.
I didn't
Fucked
know
him
I
up.
didn't
He's
know
still
he was
alive
alive.
though, but he got his ass kicked. Batman got his ass kicked.
Well, of course.
Of course. Green Lantern got his ass kicked. Wonder Woman got it the worst.
I believe you. Because she thought she was tough.
Yo, this nigga,
You're
like,
tough.
she tried to stab this nigga. This nigga punched the sword, broke it, beamed her in the face, and then just hammered her ass. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Beat her ass to the ground.
Yeah, like she almost died, and then even Superman was getting his ass whooped. These niggas stood no chance.
It's called Death of Superman. I would hope he get his ass whooped.
Yo,
Yo, he got to fight a nigga though first.
they stood
No chance.
Yo, it got to the point where this was the dumb thing about it. Cause I was trying to figure this shit out when I was watching it. I was like, wait, hold up, why is he always wearing glasses around Lois? Oh, this nigga, this bitch don't know
She
who
don't
he
know.
is. I'm like, come on, man. And then like they had this scene when she was like, what's wrong with you? Like, you be so distant because they went to go see their parents or whatever. And out of nowhere, he was like, nah, I'm Superman. And she was like, she started laughing. And she was like, and then this nigga looked around, took off his glasses. He was like, look at me. Then she's like, oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
That's the dumbest shit when it comes to comic books. Like, bitch.
You got to suspend your disbelief, nigga.
Are you fucking serious, man? I'm glad they didn't have that shit in the movie. I'd have been so mad.
I kind of wish they
so
did.
bad.
I kind of wish they did.
But
have it in
I
the movie.
did.
You'd have fucking walked out.
I would have walked. But I did like the ending. The ending, Superman was getting his ass whooped. Like this nigga Doomsday put his cape around his neck, was pushing his back in, trying to choke this nigga to death. The cape ripped. Then Lois came out. Yo, Lois is a real one. Lois came out of nowhere and threw a pebble at the nigga. Doomsday whipping fucking Superman's ass. Lois threw the pebble at him. And then he was just walking towards Lois, like extended his arm for that blade to come out. I was like, oh shit, Lois about to be dead. This nigga Superman charged up right quick, punched the nigga so hard, snapped his neck,
Damn.
but he got stabbed at the same time.
Oh, he went out like in the movie.
That's where the death comes
Yeah,
in. Okay.
nigga died.
He'll be back.
I mean, obviously, they already got another movie coming out in 2019.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Oh, they got Superboy in it.
Oh, where?
They showed Superboy. Yeah.
At the end of it, or
They showed him because Lex Luthor's in it.
yeah.
They showed Lex Luthor's an asshole, yo.
Oh yeah.
He almost, well, he wasn't close, but he kind of almost beat Doomsday with his suit. But
Oh,
then, Doomsday just ripped the
Said
shit out of his
psych.
suit. Superman being the hero he is, he saved the nigga. I'm like, yo, how many times? Okay.
Just let the nigga die.
Yeah,
for
but
real.
but Superboy's cloned.
Of
But they don't really show him. I like how they do it, but they don't really show him. They just show him like balled up. You don't see his face or nothing like that. But it's kind of like people know who he is.
Yeah, he's gonna show up in another movie.
Yeah,
somewhere.
but casual fans don't know who he is. So at the end, they even did post ending credits better than the DCEU.
I mean,
At the post ending credits, when the whole thing with Superman, the spaceship went up, went to where Superman was buried, and then they see Superman on the sky, and he just flies off. Then after that, the credits roll, and then all you see is Lex's facility busted up and shit like that, and you just see Superboy grab the jacket and just walks out. You don't see his face or nothing like that.
oh, so
I was like, that's the perfect fucking ending.
So in the next movie they have is gonna be
Yeah,
Superboy.
it's like the reign of Superman.
Yeah.
That's the next one. That shit's hot. I like
see
it.
this shit.
I like
Yeah,
it.
me too.
All right. So what would you give it 1 out of 10?
Damn. What did I give Flashpoint Paradox? Because it's up there with that. This shit is in my top 5.
Flashpoint might be like a fucking 8.59, maybe?
Yeah, like a 9. I'll give this shit a 9. Just off the strength of how violent it was, and they didn't really hold. Yo, it was this one funny part, right? This dude, this astronaut in his face, this shit made me laugh. This dude was like, when Doomsday was coming down from the asteroid, And then, all the people in the space station try to get out. He was like, "Yeah, Superman saved me." And then the asteroid was coming. He's like, "Superman's gonna save us? He always does." Yo, that shit just crashed right into it. Yo, that was so fucked up.
Yo,
Damn.
I've been waiting for that shit to happen forever.
That shit was
Where
so
you have all the
fucked
hope
up.
in the world, and then that hope is lost.
That shit was so
Oh, shit.
That's
funny.
fucked
I'm
up.
really gonna die.
He always saves us.
He always saves
He
us.
always comes. He always saves us.
Flex bomb.
Damn, nigga got flex bomb.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
The Equalizer. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that, Hesh?
Nas.
Equalizer, you can miss.
It's
It's a cool movie to watch on like a Sunday afternoon if ain't shit on. Like it's cool. Like Denzel has been solidified as one of my favorite actors ever. Like
Yeah.
top 5 or top 3 or whatever. But it's just some shit where like he don't utilize his ability to the fullest, and you could just tell like this is a movie where Denzel just like, all right, I'm tired. I don't want to do that much. I'm just gonna use my God-given gift. I'm gonna do a couple action scenes. I'm gonna slice some niggas. I'm gonna shoot some niggas. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and then I'm just getting the fuck off the screen. If you watch, it's like if you watch it, you watch. If you don't, you don't. I'm good.
Damn.
I didn't see the first one. Well, I saw parts of the first one. I didn't see the whole one.
No, first one was good.
I guess supposedly he died in the first one or some shit like that. Or
no.
they kept saying in this one like, yo, you were supposed to be dead.
I think.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think he's like an
because-
ex-CIA or whatever, Mossad, Assad, whatever the fuck he is.
That threw me off.
So I think he just was supposed to not be active. That like him, the person in the movie, is supposed to actually just be dead.
Yeah, it's just mad predictable with like the plot twists and all that shit like that. It's like, oh, this old nigga is old, and then like I was real back in the day, and then you don't know what I do, and then it ends like I'm like, yo, Mister, who are you? And it's just like I'm fucking boogeyman, nigga.
I'm Baba Yaga.
But it's just like mad predictable, and it's just like you could tell that this isn't one of Denzel's like I'm gonna get an Oscar or like for this shit. It's just it's a cool movie.
Damn.
It's nothing crazy. What you think about it, Bobby? Like,
I thought it kind of threw me off when they were talking about how he was a CIA agent. I thought this nigga was like some ex-hitman or some shit. for a
yeah, like
mob.
something like yeah.
That's what I thought. That would have been way more interesting than him being like ex-CIA.
It's like the Black Taken.
yeah.
It's Blaken.
It's blackened.
Yeah, I read some shit like niggas was saying this was the Punisher we wish we had. No, it's not. No, it's not. I couldn't understand where they were going with it when he was riding the girl home in the lift.
Yeah.
And he went back. And what did he say? He said something like, what was the girl's name?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, cause he went back upstairs like, yo, your car was invalid. Like, he knew some shit was wrong with it, so he took her to the hospital, went back upstairs, was like, yo, y'all gonna pay for what y'all did to that little girl. I ain't gonna kill y'all, but I'm gonna fuck y'all up. So he was snapping shit and snapping arms, breaking legs, snapping fingers, and he was like, yo, you gonna give me a 5-star rating on this fucking leg too. Nigga dead ass gave up. I'd have been like, nigga, 1. Calling the cops. Where's my dad? Like, hell no. But it was a cool movie. I give it like a 7. Like it wasn't nothing I'm gonna run to go see. Like if they make a third one, I doubt it.
Yeah.
But it ain't something I'm gonna like, oh shit, Denzel.
Yeah.
Equalizer 3.
You're like, this.
I'm good. Let's see. Now let's get to these trailers real quick. So I want to start with, let's go with Disenchantment, right? Did we all see that trailer?
I saw a trailer. I don't know if I saw the same one y'all saw.
Was it before?
You see the one in the fucking group
21st?
chat?
Nah, I saw the one before.
Oh, they got a new one.
They got a new
shit.
one they put in the group chat. What the fuck you be doing?
Living my life. Living my best life.
Yo, we put the shit in the group chat for a reason. It was like,
I thought it was I don't know.
Nah, it was something different.
Everybody be on their phones. But trailer I saw, it was like a minute and a half or something like that. I could tell that these niggas are trying to find something that's going to overlap The Simpsons because they tired of doing The Simpsons. It was like, yeah, we need something to work, but this wasn't it.
They had Futurama.
Futurama been canceled.
Futurama was funny as hell.
But Futurama was like a cult classic. Like people, you know how people.
Don't
catch
like
on
it. Then
after the fact, and like you try to come back. It was like, nah, we gone already.
Yeah, we done. We got canceled like 3 times, nigga.
So you could,
They did.
Yeah, they did.
So you could tell that they're trying to find something to like overlap The Simpsons because they tired of doing The Simpsons. And
This ain't it?
This one ain't this trailer ain't doing
They
for
ain't
me.
it. The trailer ain't it.
Trailer ain't doing for me.
shit.
It had a couple like wow moments. It was like, oh shit, but it wasn't nothing that's gonna like. I don't see myself binging this. type of thing. Like I don't see myself like running to watch this like I would like like a Daredevil or some shit like that. Like I don't see myself actually like keeping up with this shit. Like I see myself watching it and then maybe getting bored and like maybe never going back to it type of thing. Just from the trailer.
Damn.
Like it didn't captivate me. Like you got your little one-off jokes. They weren't really that clever or funny. It was like it was just bleh.
It was this is another thing that kind of irked me about it.
It was just okay.
Yeah, for it to be a Netflix show, I thought they would let the fucking profanity fly.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Nah.
I was like, all right, where's the ass jokes?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something wild.
Well, it's still Matt Groening, so he's probably gonna be like, nah,
yeah, but I'm like, yo, you on Netflix? Where's the ogre with his dick out? Like some crazy shit.
I mean, it might still be there, but maybe they just want to put it in the trailer.
I'm dead serious.
Like, where's the dragon flying with the dick out? I want to see fucking dragons.
Yeah, with his nuts just
massive dick dragon out. I just want to see it. Just go. Just fly to dick. But nah, this fucking trailer ain't doing it for me. Yeah. Like I'm not with it.
I don't know.
Damn.
So let's get into the fucking fuego.
Oh shit.
Let's start with Glass.
Yeah,
That shit was fire.
Yo.
Yeah.
That Glass trailer was fire.
Oh man, I'm still mad at nigga fucking weakness is water, but we gonna
and he finds himself to the pool again.
Yeah.
You seen it?
Dog.
Yeah, but we gonna dismiss that. We gonna let that go because the rest of the shit was like, alright.
So happy to be a pool there.
Yeah.
Have
Have it be a body of water for this thing to get stuck on.
So how you feel about this movie being is it a trilogy?
Yeah. At this point, yes.
Truly.
But
Everything go together.
okay. No.
Yeah, dude. It just spanned out
Because
between
you can't
time.
say that shit for like the MCU and nothing like that. You can't call like Avengers like Iron Man 4 or 5 or some shit.
So we call it a shared universe.
This is connected.
Yeah.
Though.
It is
Connected universe.
connected.
If you want to call it a trilogy, it's a connected universe.
All right, so what you think about the trailer? Ash?
Oh, it was good.
It was good as
Oh,
hell.
it was good as fuck. And I was just like, God damn. I didn't realize how much I was looking forward to seeing this movie until I saw this trailer. I was like,
Yo, for
damn.
real.
For real.
And I didn't even see Split.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
Nah.
I didn't even see Split. I'm like,
See,
damn,
Split's
I
good.
gotta watch
Split's
this
good.
shit.
Split's pretty
Now
good.
I go watch Split before I watch this shit, and then watch fucking Unbreakable again, just so I can fucking see.
Yeah,
just
so you can
where
catch
it's
up on
at.
this shit
Yeah.
because like what Unbreakable is like at least 12 years old.
Yeah.
Probably
Probably
longer
more
than
than
that. I think
that.
it's like 18 years old or something.
Yeah, but-
Well, it's pretty old.
Yeah, it's
at
pretty
this point.
fun. Wasn't that like the 90s?
Probably.
Like early 2000s or something like
It
that.
had to be early
late
2000s,
90s, early
something like
2000s.
that.
Yeah, so it's up there.
But
They're all in fucking therapy or some shit like that. Like, how the fuck that happened?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
They all look like they in a mental house. Like
Yeah.
the fucking jackets that make you hug yourself.
Yeah.
Shit. They all look like they in there. And then what's the British nigga name?
I forgot, but I know what you're talking about.
Professor X.
James
Yeah.
McAvoy.
That nigga,
Yeah,
that
James
nigga's in there. He look like this could be like a breakout role for him.
Yeah,
This,
McAvoy.
this could be one of those roles where it's like, all right, this is like a list top level actor that we need to get in because when they do that shit, he gonna start being in mad movies that he don't need to be in type shit. But I feel like this might be the breakout role for him. It was like, yo, you aside Bruce Willis and Sam,
Yeah.
and you about to show
Yeah, you
your
hold
ass.
your own.
You about to show your ass. I was like, yo, this about to be some shit. But when that nigga started running across the thing in all fours,
I was like,
I
oh
was like,
shit.
this nigga's really a beast, and then that nigga's really a girl. That nigga's really a child. Like for you to have that much range and for it to be believable was just saying something.
Yeah.
Because that's not a switch you can just turn on and off. Like it's like, yo, I don't know how many takes they did, but it was
Yeah.
like, yo, for him to be the girl in one scene, the fucking the child, the I guess the hippie or something.
Yeah.
Like he got mad personality. It's crazy.
It's like
But-
21.
Yeah, but
21.
it's wild to see somebody have that range in one movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy to see that shit. Can't wait.
Let's see. Teen Titans trailer.
Titans.
Fuck Batman.
DC Titans.
Fuck Batman.
Say it, Bobby. Just say it. Say it about Starfire. Just fucking say it, get out the way so I can believe it.
Rick James, bitch.
Yo,
They
but
didn't get rid of the wig, man.
in the trailer, it looks presentable.
What the effects?
Yeah, with
on
the
it.
effects on it.
In the fucking trailer, it looks presentable. In the still shots, it's like
Kefwe.
That mink coat.
Yeah, I
is
don't
a
know
part
what. I don't
of
know
the
why she
fucking
got the main
costume.
coat like this. She a pimp?
pimp named Starfire.
Starfire. You gotta say the whole thing.
You gotta say the whole thing.
You seen the Comic Con pictures?
Like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yo, the Comic-Con pictures are showing all the suits. Like, honestly, Robin's the only one with the badass suit. Everybody else's suit was like,
Yeah.
I like how they going dark with it though. You know, fuck Batman. Yo, I love that Batman. That's the Batman.
Yeah.
That's the Dick Grayson that stole on Batman in the animated series. That's what that is.
I'm confused. Does Dick Grayson eventually become Red Hood, or is that
No. That's Jason Todd.
That's Jason? Okay, so
He's gonna become Nightwing.
So-
he's at the cusp of becoming Nightwing.
Dick Grayson is Nightwing.
Yeah,
okay,
Dick Grayson's
that's
Nightwing.
That's what I thought. Okay.
He's the first Robin, and then he gets to he's the one who really gets to grow up a little bit more than the other ones, and he becomes Nightwing.
So why does it seem like this one has so much anger towards Batman?
because
Because
that's
that's
what
Dick
happened.
Grayson. That's the Dick
Yeah.
Grayson that was like, fuck Batman. Like, he's holding me back.
Yeah.
I'm always in the shadow. This nigga treat me like a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck this nigga.
I'm fucking 35.
That's
you
that
treat me
nigga.
like a kid. So
That's
it's
that
like,
nigga.
So yeah, he's like mad.
35 and I'm still Robin.
Yeah, he like wants to strike out and be his own man. So it's like, that's where that comes from. So
Yeah.
What you think about the trailer, Bobby?
I kind of... It didn't get me super hyped, but
yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
I'm watching. Cause
I'm
I'm already
watching
half
it
the
to see how it
surface.
is.
But you like how dark the trailer was.
Yeah.
Now is the story this first season, is it seem like it's revolving around Raven?
That's what it seems like.
Just like
in her shit.
her trying to control her powers.
It seems like
her and Trigon shit.
Yeah,
Trigon
it seems
shit.
like more of a
And Robin's transformation.
her and
all.
Robin thing.
Okay,
Turn
now
that way.
who are the members of the Teen Titans in this one?
Right now, it's Raven, Beast Boy, Raven,
Starfire?
Starfire, and Robin, that we've seen.
I could
so
have swore
far.
it was a fifth girl. In all
They showed
white.
so they
Donna
have
Troy?
they have Hawk and Dove
wait.
in there.
They mentioned Donna Troy. though.
Well, I don't know if they mentioned Donna. I don't remember that part, but they showed a chick that's like Hawk and Dove. That's like some superhero, like a superhero, established superhero couple or whatever. Like, so they're already like, guess to show like the world exists as more than just these handful of people. I don't know how big of a role they play in the actual whatever. But so I don't even know if they're part of the Teen Titans per se. But I know that those are two characters that are going to be there.
Okay, all right. So Shazam.
Shazam.
I actually liked it.
Fire.
I liked it.
I liked it.
It was funny. It was funny.
I was skeptical.
I still don't like the
I don't like
muscle
that-
suit.
yeah, I don't
I don't
like
like the
that
muscle
suit.
suit, but everything else was like, yo, this is actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I was chuckling and shit. I was like, okay,
Yo,
this could be something.
I was in suspense of what was happening. Like it seems like they actually got something right.
They might be doing some things.
They might be doing some things. It might be on the it might be something. Not putting my eggs in one basket.
Exactly. I won't get too excited.
I won't get too excited, but it looked pretty good.
Yes.
Aquaman.
Ready for it.
Fire.
Yo,
Yeah.
ready for it, nigga. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yo, Atlantis got the fucking Wakandan buddy.
Yo,
Yes.
that's a complete
that shit
360.
look crazy.
Yes, it's
That's
colors.
a complete because I was watching the Justice League, right? And I was like, yo, is it gonna look like this the whole time?
No, it does not.
It's like dirty ass water. I'm like,
No,
man,
no.
I don't think I can watch the whole
I
movie
saw
like
some
this.
nigga with braids in there. I'm like, how the fuck you braid hair underwater?
I mean,
Yeah.
and thank God, I think they it looks like there's like an actual city area where it's
Yeah.
not just like
Yeah.
underwater and for that weird underwater shit. And he was talking on it like I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
thank you.
hated that shit.
Yeah, I was like, this looks so stupid the way they fucking Zack Snyder, man. But it's easy to hate on him. But like, I was like, oh, hi James Wan, I see you.
Yeah.
Please do not make this one of them things where the trailer looks cool and then the movie's just horrible.
Yeah.
Please, because I'm kind of hoping because this is the first thing. This comes out before Shazam, so comes out in December. So
And what the fuck did I tell you? The trailer was gonna end with some big ass monster we ain't never seen before. It was like some big ass crocodile from fucking what's that Lake Placid shit?
Yeah.
Yo, and they got the Lake Placid fucking alligator.
yeah, and it looks like they're doing some new 52 like Aquaman shit
Yeah.
in there mixed in. So they got them creatures from Mariana's Trench. I think that's where they came from in the whatever the fuck. But it looks good, man.
It looks
good.
like it's gonna be good because Jason Momoa had the like the nice one-liners. I kind of chuckled.
Mission
I was
Impossible.
like, all right,
It was like, okay,
he got
Aquaman.
this.
That fucking cover art was throwing me off. I was like, no, not Finding Atlantis.
I mean, I don't know why niggas is mad at that shit. Like, what you want them to do?
it had sea turtles in it. I'm like, come on, man.
Because it's under the sea.
Under the fucking sea, under the sea.
No,
Under
man.
the sea.
They were using Getty images.
What you want him to do? Fucking jail pose in front of real sharks?
Well, he was jail posing. Shit, he had leather pants on.
But I'm
So
saying,
you
in
want
front
these
of
niggas to just draw sharks? You
Yeah,
know, yo,
like-
you know how much?
Nah, I
rendering-
thought you would see like a Kraken in the back or something like that.
they can't show you the Kraken yet, nigga. It's the first poster.
the first fucking
They can't show you the
poster,
good
nigga.
shit.
They could have had it.
They'll show you a bunch of minnows and fucking gray wires
Yeah.
and cracking, nigga.
They could have had an Easter egg in there.
Nah, nigga.
Not yet. You ain't ready for the Kraken until the Kraken
DC
ready.
has had so many losses. They can't give you everything.
Yeah, they can't just give you the Kraken. You gotta earn the Kraken.
give you their
nigga.
whole load on one shot, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta earn that Kraken.
You
Nigga.
gotta work for this dick, bitch. Let's see. I think that's it for trailer reviews. Batman Hush. Gets an anime movie.
I don't know anything about that.
I'm for it.
You with it?
Yeah.
Now, what the fuck is Batman?
Batman Hush.
Yeah.
Hush is this.
That's the dude with the mask, right?
Yeah, it's this dude that reconstructed his face to look like Bruce Wayne. Have you ever played Arkham Knight?
I
Arkham Knight?
think
Yeah,
it is.
Arkham Knight, yeah.
The
You
with the
ever
black
seen-
mask on his face.
Yeah, the dude named Hush. He took his face. He grafted his face to look like Bruce Wayne, and it took over his business.
Is that what the storyline's gonna be?
That's what it is.
That's
That's
okay.
what it is. It's this because he's a he's a surgeon. So he basically took Bruce Wayne's face and took over his body. But I didn't really read the Hush thing. I'm kind of mad about, but the shit is lit.
Yeah, I don't know that much about Hush, so
I'm
I don't really have
definitely
I mean, I'm interested in anything they do animated wise because we were just talking about Death of Superman. They
Yeah.
do their stuff really well. So every time they announce something, I'm like, fuck it, I'll
Yeah.
watch it. like hey.
The only letdown they kind of had with the animated shit was the Killing Joke shit. It wasn't
Yeah,
as
that's
good
like
as people saying.
it was the only one. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest.
After that, everything else was good.
pretty good. Yeah. So the track record is good.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy Renner casted to play Twitch and Spawn.
I'm
Y'all know
with
about
it.
Spawn?
No, not really. Not like
Yo,
that.
I like that.
I watched the HBO animated movie.
I
Yo,
think
that
he keeps
shit
saying that shit like I know where to find it.
Yeah.
That nigga talking
HBO
about-
now.
It's not on there.
It is on there.
Oh, I gotta go back and look.
It is on there. Yo, that shit, it's called because I typed in Spawn 2, but something else came up. You got to type
was a
in Todd
porn?
McFarlane's. you got to type in Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Oh.
Yo, that shit is like mad. That shit is dark as fuck.
That nigga found Spore or some shit.
Spores.
Yeah, that shit is. I was watching it. I was
Two
like,
spores, one cut.
because all right, the first movie, right? I was watching that. I watched that shit over.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, this shit is bad commercial. Like compared to the HBO shit, if they kept it like the HBO shit, it'll be straight. Yeah, but now, see, Domino don't have no faith in this one because Jamie Foxx is Spawn.
Nope.
I don't know why you hate
But
Deep.
but this is what they're doing. Like Todd McFarlane is the director and the writer this time. He's not just just the writer.
Nope.
You know it's not for it. Yo, this shit could work, man. Yo,
It could work, but I don't think Jamie Foxx is gonna. I don't have that much faith in Jamie Foxx in I don't like a terrorizing role.
he's not really terrorizing though.
I mean, but for Jamie Foxx to try to be spooky or to try to be like menacing type of thing, like I don't have
I
much
get
faith in
what you're
him
saying.
when it comes to like certain shit like that. Like I don't see it for him.
Yeah, but a lot of that shit is like it's dramatization.
And then you want to cast him just for because what it's doing is name recognition. People are going to see because it's Jamie Foxx ass Spawn. Why don't people get these unknown good black actors to play Spawn? Like fucking what's the dude? The fucking guy from Get Out.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Nobody knew who the fuck he was. Like nobody know who the fuck. I can't think of nobody's name right now. Fucking the big nigga from Black Panther that was the ape dude. He's supposed to be Ape Man.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. M'Baku.
Nobody. I can't think of nobody.
Yeah, I know.
But nobody knew who the fuck he was before Black Panther. Like, why don't you go find another good black actor to go play Spawn? Make it a breakout role. Make it so it's not just name recognition. Like, oh, it's actually a good fucking movie instead of people just running to it because Jamie Foxx is playing such and such. That's the shit I don't like about these movies when they cast black actors because they go for the top names. If they can't get the top names, then they consider somebody else.
But who is it? I can't think of nobody.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that has more range than Jamie Foxx that can play a menacing role that we've never heard of that can play this role better than Jamie Foxx. It's somebody out there. We just gotta find them. Like niggas don't want to take the time to look. It's like, we doing a blockbuster movie about a superhero. Let's just throw somebody that we know in there.
I don't feel like they're doing that for this though. Just because the dude that created Spawn,
You telling me Jamie Foxx gives you Spawn vibes, nigga?
the dramatic side, yes, from what he did in Ray, like the whole dramatic shit, like he got that down packed. That's what I'm worried about because it's the dramatic shit in the HBO show that gets you. Yo, when the fucking little girl, what's her name? I forgot her name, but the little girl, she was like, she got kidnapped by this pedophile dude that was slicing up kids or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Then Spawn comes, saves her or whatever, goes back to her mother, and she was like, "What happened, baby?" And she was like, "The sad man, the sad." I was like, "Yo, This shit is thorough as fuck. What happened, man? What happened?
I don't know, man. For me, Jamie ain't doing it, but there's somebody that you can get that's not Jamie. Let's see. Billy D. Williams returns as Lando in Star Wars Episode 9.
Now that's a cash grab.
That's a cash grab.
No, it's not.
You talking about old ass pansexual ass Lando ain't a cash grab?
They had all the other original niggas in the shit. Why would it a cash grab when that nigga do it?
Because
he black? Racist.
Yeah, because he hasn't been in.
Yeah, he wasn't in none of
since
them.
what, like episode 2 or 3?
3.
3?
Ever since 2 or 3.
Lando?
Ever since 2 and 3.
6.
Ever since wait. Oh, you're right.
Like the rest of them niggas.
5, 6, 5 and 6. He was in.
Like the rest of them niggas.
5 and 6. 7. Nah, because it's kind of different though. Because if you were to bring back the original cast, you should have.
Han showed up in episode 7.
You should have brought him back then. Why wait until like the last one? This is a cash grab. You should have been wrote this motherfucker in.
I think they're just trying to finish off all the storylines.
And they was trying
at this point, like there has to be a beginning, middle, and end. Like we know what happened to fucking Han.
Yeah, we know what happened to Leia. I don't even. We still don't know what they're gonna do with Leia.
Kind of know what happened. No, Leia.
They're writing this shit on the spot.
I think they're gonna kill Leia in some
Off
way.
screen.
Like, off screen.
They might have to.
They writing.
And we
this
know
shit
what
on the
happened to
spot.
Luke. I think originally what they planned was to have each one would have their own movie. The first one coming back, Han dies. Second one coming back, Luke dies, and I think Leia was supposed to die in this third one, but unfortunately Carrie Fisher died in real life.
Right.
So I think they might have to scramble. So maybe it's not a cash grab. Maybe it's them re-scrambling because they don't have Carrie Fisher, so they bring him back. Even though they should have brought him back anyway, regardless. And you're right, they should have brought him back sooner. But I don't feel like it's a cash grab. More so, they're just paying homage to the fact, and they just waited. Maybe story wise, it doesn't make sense until now.
It kind of fucks up the story because at the what was it? What was the last one?
Solo.
Whatever the fuck. No. The
Last Jedi.
Yeah, The Last Jedi. They called out for help. Ain't nobody come. How you gonna explain that?
Nobody came yet.
Nobody came at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
How the
we
fuck
don't
you
know.
gonna
We didn't know
explain
if the
that
nigga
shit?
showed up 5 minutes late. He black. He came in a nigga time. I'm like, oh my bad. I was getting a blowjob by a thing, and then popped up like, yo, my bad.
Yo,
dog.
these
I was drinking
bitches
some.
on Centaur 5, my nigga.
I was drinking some Colt 45, fucking these fucking dinosaurs.
Let's see. James Gunn fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
Womp, womp,
3.
womp.
What the fuck do we think happened? And then we got Batista like
Defending him.
defending him at this point now. What the fuck do we think happened? Do you
He
think
said it.
He
I
said
gotta-
some wild pedophile
Yeah,
jokes.
he said a pedophile joke.
Well, he
on
tweeted
Twitter.
some pedophile jokes like 6 years ago, and then they got resurfaced by some alt-right dude who wasn't trying to do the right thing. He was just trying to fuck over James Gunn because he's a liberal. That's the only reason why he brought
Yo,
that
you
up.
can't hold nobody to their old tweets. I done tweeted some wild shit I ain't erased yet.
Yeah, we might want to go back and do that, nigga, so that you can't come back on niggas.
Yeah, fuck that. If you see it, you see it. I have changed. I have evolved since then.
Yeah, and then the massive thing is about that. Even after he made those tweets, he apologized for those tweets before this whole thing happened. Like he made those tweets, and
Yeah,
then
like a
somewhere,
year ago, something like
or
that.
somewhere in his life, he apologized for those tweets because he fucking I grew. I don't know. It's hard. It's very difficult for me because I like James Gunn, right? I like the movies he makes, so I think it's easy to make excuses for him. But if it was like somebody else who we didn't like, who made some type of similar comments and the same thing happened, we
Keep
wouldn't
that same fucking
yeah,
energy.
we wouldn't care as much. So it's like Roseanne called that lady a monkey.
Well, that was current events.
You know, but yeah, no, and that's not, I don't know. I mean, that's probably
the bitch was white.
so that's probably a bad example.
Who is her dealer? She got good shit.
She got that.
She got that will.
Yeah, so that's probably a bad example. But you understand the point I'm trying to
Sherman
make.
Hemsley. She got that shit.
But yeah, so it's like if it was somebody else, similar situation, we probably I can only talk for myself. Probably wouldn't care as much. So I'm trying very hard to not like cape for that nigga too hard, but at the same time I'm kind of like, this is a bad joke, and I don't know.
I mean, if he apologized for it,
yeah, and maybe it's because I know he's not a pedophile either. So it's like
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but
we don't know.
I believe.
See, white people have weird sense of humor.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
There go another
Nah, it
50
ain't none of that
listeners.
shit. No,
There
that's
go
not. No.
another 50
All right, I'm gonna say
listeners.
some of y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some leeway. Like it was a time where I went on Joe Rogan's podcast, right?
Yeah.
And who was it? Corey Himes was up there. That's Corey Feldman. That's the one who was alive.
Haynes,
No,
Feldman.
What's the one who's alive?
Feldman.
Feldman. Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman
alive.
was alive, right? And
Yeah.
he was talking about how he got molested. And,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So
He's nervous right now.
So Joe Rogan said a joke. He was like, oh, what's with that jacket he's wearing? When they was watching the video, he's like, oh, it's probably some shit he was wearing when he got diddled with some shit like that. That's what he said. And I'm like, why would you? That's just not funny, yo.
Did you know that nigga was the voice of Donatello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Fucked up my childhood when
yeah.
I heard he got diddled.
I mean, it's not funny.
Just trying not to make jokes.
Because when he said it, now that I look back on it, it was. I see why it's funny, but when he said it, I was like, ugh. Hollywood's really on these kids.
Yeah, they be fucking little kids.
It's a coping mechanism at this point. It was like you gotta find the
Nah,
laughter
niggas is
in
really
the tragedy.
niggas is really thinking this shit is funny, like on some.
But he's a comedian. Comedians make
Yeah.
jokes.
Well,
That's the whole job of comedians to make jokes. So in Joe Rogan's
But,
defense,
I mean, yo, we gotta stop giving comedians like this leeway. It's like, yo, a comedian is a comedian, and they can make any joke. Too far is too far.
Yeah,
At some point,
but you can't. But that's the whole point of being a comedian is to push the envelope.
But this is the thing.
But you gotta have a certain moral high ground where it's like, all right, this is like they be on the edge, and it's cool to get to the edge, but when you jump off that motherfucker. But then when you don't have a parachute all the time, do you wind up apologizing for some shit? Like Tracy Morgan did that shit where he said some joke about gay people or some shit like that, and he had to fucking apologize. Like, yo, he's a comedian. He shouldn't have to apologize. Nigga, you went too far and you offended. You can't tell people how to feel.
It depends. It depends.
It does
like,
depend, but
when Duval said that thing about transsexuals, he said he'll kill the transsexuals.
no, that's a thing of like a saying without context.
Yeah.
If you listen to the whole interview, you can tell what he meant. He's just not going around
He
shooting
didn't apologize.
transsexuals.
That's why I like him.
It was a little wild.
You don't need to apologize for that shit because I know how I meant it. If you listen to the whole interview, just stop taking his fucking clips
Take the
and chopping them up.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck I meant. I'm not saying I'm just going around, transsexual, pop, and just shooting them and shit. Like,
I don't-
it ain't-
there's got to be some like maybe there's got to be some limit to it, but at the same time, everybody's the thing is like the standard is always changing, and if you're not completely aware of the changing standard, then you can get caught up. Like Tracy Morgan made that joke about gay people or whatever. But how old is Tracy Morgan, and how long has he been doing comedy? Where it used to be okay. Like if we go back to the
90s.
If we go back to Eddie Murphy with Delirious, he was dropping the F-bomb crazy in that whole special.
Yo,
he was talking crazy about
Delirious
gay
is one of
people.
my
Yeah.
favorite fucking
Talking
stand-ups of all
crazy. Like he
time.
can never
Yo, Eddie Murphy Raw and Eddie Murphy Delirious.
Yeah.
Crazy.
can never do that shit now. So it's
Yeah, you
like,
can't.
but if you're an old school dude and you ain't really aware about how the times is changing, and you just living your life and telling jokes, you might fuck around and say some shit that's gonna hurt some people's feelings. And also, let's not diminish the fact that right now a lot of people is just pussy.
Yeah.
Niggas is just pussy.
Because we got groups for everything. Everyone has a voice now because of social media. Like everything offends everybody. Like it's certain shit that we can't say on here just because we don't know our fan base or demographic,
Yeah.
but that we want to say. But it's not like we're trying to offend people. That's just how we talk. But,
Yeah,
you know,
speaking of
people
that.
don't please. What?
Did Iffy get mad at me?
Who?
Iffy.
Why?
Remember when I made that meme with that dude with the crazy face?
Nah, it was.
I got mad at
No,
you.
I didn't get mad. It like
It fuck-
skeeved.
Did Iffy get mad
fucking
at me?
skeeves me out.
It
Did
fuck my-
Iffy get mad at me? She was like,
No.
"Oh, yeah, she got mad."
I forgot.
No, it was. It's a thing with like holes. It's an actual like not a phobia, but it's something like when you see.
Oh, I know
like,
what you're talking about. I know
Like,
what you're
these
talking
craters.
Nigga,
and
my
shit.
skin was crawling.
That like it fucking skeeved me out.
I
I
forgot.
was like,
I wish you didn't bring that up because now I'm thinking about it.
Sorry.
And you know how we was talking about earlier how we get along, Bobby. I swear to God, if you ever post some other shit like that,
I'm not reposting
that
it
fucked
again.
my
I'm
life
sorry.
up for like 2 days, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was stuck in my brain.
A lot of people got mad at me at that.
I wasn't mad. I was disgusted.
Yeah, they gotta understand. They gotta understand. I don't be wanting to do it until they say something that I
itching
laugh
now,
at.
nigga.
yo, like for real, like it's just
I'm
making
like,
me
but
feel
I-
uncomfortable.
Because when I first seen it, right, I was like, okay. He's like, no, you know when I had the blunt, you just go down like, and I'm just like, come on, man, you setting me up.
It's the image of him. It's not the fact that he has a physical disorder. It's just the fact of like it's the
Yeah, he do. His face do look crazy.
It's the holes and the craters in his face. It's just unsettling. It makes me skin crawl.
Gotta get a
and
nigga
shit like
Jesus.
that. Yeah, that nigga need to die.
Yeah, human. That's the crunch bar.
Nah, that's the point we need. Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna
I'm not gonna say that. I want to because everybody pussy.
Puss.
Sensitive. So are we done with James Gunn?
I mean, I it's unfortunate. And what was Batista saying that you remember?
He was just saying that he shouldn't be held accountable for something that he apologized for beforehand.
Okay, I
and
didn't know
something
that.
happened
All
6
right,
years ago.
See, that's some bullshit.
He definitely so he said it 6 years
No,
ago.
not,
then he apologized.
Not that he shouldn't have to apologize. He shouldn't be fired for something he apologized for and
before
said
he
6
got
years ago.
yeah.
All right, see, that's
before he
bullshit.
got he apologized for it before he even got hired by Disney.
Yeah, we got going.
So it's like I've been realized what I did was wrong.
Yeah.
So what else am I supposed to do? And then he's just gonna fire me. But like I think it was a knee-jerk reaction. I really think they should have fucked with him. My question though that I've been asking and no one has an answer for me: are they gonna still use his script though? Because he finished the script.
Are they gonna still use his script? It's kind of too late because if you have because
they're one of the
Marvel doesn't really go back on their release dates.
Yeah.
If they do, it's only by like a month or two. It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. So for them to have to actually sit down and craft a whole new script for these actors to have to reshoot all this shit, I'm pretty sure they've been shooting already. Or
I don't know.
they
I don't know.
shot
I don't know if they started shooting already, but it's definitely one of the.
You don't think Guardians have started shooting already when it's supposed to come out in 2019?
Is this supposed to come out in 2019?
I think so.
Well, we got time.
Let me see.
But I was gonna say,
Nah,
but, I mean, I was
they'll
gonna
probably
say,
shoot in September or some
It takes
shit.
like fucking 4 or 5 months to write a script.
but the script is done. That's my point. The script is done. The script's been done for months. That's what I'm saying. And it is one of the like 3 movies they talked that were gonna be after Infinity War. They haven't given out release dates for all the new slate, but that was one of the movies that they talked about. That Spider-Man and then Captain Marvel. I think
2020. My bad.
So 2020. So, but the script was done. So, but they haven't gone past that. So, are they going to just scrap the script because he wrote it and then start over? He's super ingrained. I like this kind of causes a problem because he's super ingrained. He knows what's going on. Like so he probably wrote something that kind of how they like to plant seeds and stuff. So we don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know.
So no one has the answer for that yet.
Can he sue if they still use if they still use his script?
Not if they pay him.
Yeah.
If they pay him, but he's just a script. He's just a script writer. He's just not the director.
A good script is a good script. You ain't just gonna throw some shit away. That some shit that he's been a part of and that has worked for 2 movies already.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy only worked because of that nigga.
Yeah.
Like we let's not forget about that. Like that's why it sucks. It's like, damn dog, I wish you hadn't done it, but like
6 years ago, he'd be alright.
I mean, he's a millionaire probably. But,
Yeah. Now this fucking pissed me off.
Oh shit.
So Sony's Venom will not be a part of the MCU. Okay. How the fuck are they supposed? How are you supposed to have a Venom story without
Spiderman?
How?
I don't know.
My nigga. And then they announced all this shit that's supposed to be happening in the movie. Like, there's supposed to be another symbiote in it. Riot's
Right.
Riot, yeah.
But then it's like, all right, so there's supposed to be another one after Riot. Like, yo, please let it be Carnage. If it ain't Carnage, it got to be one of the other fucking 5 other ones that there is.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Stupid. They're stupid.
Oh, we can actually combine topics. Like there's some shit that I seen. Like what was it today? Like they said that they're trying to stay true to the comics. That's bullshit. Because Spider-Man's not in it.
How you gonna stay true to the fucking comic when Venom's whole story revolves around Spider-Man?
And this is the director saying that.
Like literally.
This is the director saying that. I'm like, yo, are you serious right now?
Like, yo, none of this shit happens
without Spider-Man.
Without Spider-Man.
Like fucking literally.
Unless you're gonna have him like swoop by in like a backdrop or some shit like that, where it's like, I'm gonna kill him.
I don't even know.
But even literally.
Yo, literally.
He had the goddamn suit, Kenny. And if he didn't have the goddamn suit first and then lose the suit because the suit was making him go crazy and then they can find somebody else who doesn't like Peter Parker / Spider-Man and then they go crazy and become the Venom, what the fuck is the point?
Yo, I don't know. But has there ever been a Venom spinoff type of thing where it's like Venom has his own...
Well,
yes, but that's...
No, but the Flash Gordon one, that's about it.
But is there like an alternate Venom origin story?
I'm sure
that I haven't seen.
I'm sure in the
in
the ultimate Spider-Man, I'm sure there's probably something different than what was.
No. It's the same thing.
Is it exactly the same?
Yeah, Peter Parker's always there.
So what comic are they staying true to?
I don't know.
So how the fuck?
That's why I said it was bullshit.
I'm sure they're staying. I'm sure what the aspect of what the story is probably true to the comic, but how we get the Venom in and how we get there is not true to the comic. I think what the story is going to be, it's going to be the story that's true to the comic minus the Spider-Man part, one of the most important parts of Venom.
So with them saying that shit before the movie has even come out, do they expect to make a sequel?
Yes,
I guess if it works out,
of course.
This shit is a test run.
Even if the shit don't work out, it seemed like if
they did it.
If someone's gonna say we're staying true to the comic, Carnage has to make an appearance somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's not in this movie, it has to be a sequel. So, do they plan on doing more movies?
Of course,
if this
of course.
works.
But then, how the fuck? Where's Spider-Man? Where is he?
I don't know.
Where is he?
It's just
Where
bullshit.
is he?
It's Sony. They're trying to make their cinematic universe again, and they're fucking it up.
You know what?
Just don't fuck it up. I don't know why. I don't know. Some of the shit is so. I've never written a movie. I've never written a TV show. I've never directed anything. But there's some of this shit is just super common sense shit. Just don't fuck up the good thing you got going right now. Connect it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe somehow. I get it that you don't want to be super tied in, but fucking figure it out. It can't be that hard to go to the studio and talk to a nigga and say, hey, what are y'all doing? Oh, well, this is what we're doing. Oh, well, we can't do that because we're going to do this. Maybe you can do this. And then fucking figure it the fuck out. It's not that hard.
I mean,
Apparently it is.
Because they want
it's really not.
Because they want their own cinematic universe.
Yeah, they're trying to have their own shit, but at the same time,
but they're fucking it up because nobody gives a fuck. Who gives a fuck about Morbius?
yeah, like you. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Without
honestly.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Yeah, because they do
All
have
this shit
that
comes off
Morbius
of
movie.
Spider-Man.
I think they're trying to set up their whole little Spider-Verse thing. But even though you can still have Venom in the MCU, but he don't really have to be around Iron Man. And
Exactly.
shit.
He doesn't have to interact with like the TV shows. They don't interact with them niggas at all.
Yeah,
they just
but they're still
part.
there.
Yeah, they're just part of the universe. They don't have to interact. They can just be living in that world, doing their own damn thing. Like they don't have to be part of the shit. I don't understand why is that so fucking difficult for them to understand.
I don't know.
How do you have Venom without Spider-Man?
Yeah, that
I don't.
makes no
that,
fucking sense.
that doesn't make sense to me because the Venom comes from like unless they're gonna do like a fucking 30-minute intro of fucking Spider-Man,
yeah.
getting the suit and then losing the suit and then even I feel like that's a wasted opportunity of like actually redoing that whole story arc better than what was done in Spider-Man 3. Like I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. It pisses me off. It makes me sad.
It's like Sony's trying to make up their own little universe thing. I heard this thing of Silver Sable.
Sable, yeah, they're
It's
gonna
like,
do that.
come on, this is what you guys are doing, man. Oh, God.
Because they're so everybody's so desperate to have a cinematic universe, but they don't want to. They're not willing to do the right thing. I don't feel like.
But that shit with the I think that shit is a big mistake. Not putting Spider-Man in the universe. That shit is a big ass mistake.
Yeah.
They should have at least. I mean, you ain't even have to go all in with the Spider-Man. You could have did that shit in the second one.
Yeah, you could have. They literally could have waited for one more Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Let whatever happened in the second Spider-Man movie. He gets the suit, and then maybe something happens, and he drops the suit, and then it leaves, and it goes, and you could have spun it off right there. You literally just had to wait one more fucking movie, lay your groundwork, then it's connected, then it at least makes some sense. Even if it's not the big Eddie Brock versus Spider-Man rivalry thing that's in the comics, maybe even if they kind of shy away from that, but like at least connect it, at least makes sense that because it doesn't make sense to have Venom without Spider-Man. It's like,
and I kind of
it doesn't, not to me.
Yeah, whatever has.
Yeah, they talking about they're not gonna have him at all, and it's kind of the perfect setup if Eddie Brock is this like one of the best journalists ever.
Yeah.
And you can have Peter Parker working at the Daily Bugle, and he's taking pictures of Spider-Man. He's like, yo, this little ass kid's getting on the recognition. I've been here for years.
Yeah.
You can set that up right there.
Perfectly.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
So let's get into some motherfucking anime real quick. That there, boy. I know what I'm saying. Yep, whatever Tetch did. Dragon Ball Super. We all excited for that movie coming out, but they gotta reboot it, Broly.
Broly.
I never liked Brawly.
Why?
No,
Que fue?
because this nigga is the retarded kid in the classroom. For real, like he's the retarded kid with retarded strength.
I believe all that.
I'm not.
No, this is what he is. All he does is run around and says Kakarot, those snack packs and shit. I never liked that nigga. I never liked him.
Snack pack?
Yeah, snack. Well, beams, but you know what I mean.
Yo, he just said that
He's the
crazy kid with the retarded strength.
yes. All he says is Kakarot, and then just goes after him, just goes ham. Like what? Retarded strength, man. This nigga just gets strong for no fucking reason.
Yeah, how many times?
Vegeta's always getting fucked up. See, this is what y'all see the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Why is Vegeta always getting fucked up? I'm tired of that. It's not funny, man. I'm dead ass serious, man.
Yo,
I don't know why everybody likes this nigga.
first thing I thought was, hey, you guys.
That's him too. That's him too. Broly is retarded as fuck, man. And for good reason. For good reason.
Yo, you gotta stop saying
Oh,
that.
for real, man. This nigga's a fucking retard. No, I'm serious. Yo, you know why he's so bad? Look, man, he's retarded, all right? It is what it is. You look back on them fucking... you look back on that movie, this nigga's retarded. All he does is says Kakarot. You know why he got so strong? They even got the stupid ass reason. The reason why he's so strong because he got mad because he couldn't get no sleep because Goku kept crying. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that, man? Oh my god, this shit is dumb as fuck, man. I was like, yo, a good thing for rebooting this shit. I wasn't for it.
Oh fuck, I don't even know what I was gonna say.
What about the character design? Like, you had nothing?
The characters, I kind of see what they're going with it. Like,
Yo, I had a thought and it's gone.
I'm sorry, man. Like,
But
it is what it is. It is what the fuck it is, man.
Eddie.
Yo,
This nigga's the Eddie of the Dragon Ball universe.
I'm scared, Eddie.
But the toes, and then it just goes throws a fucking beam.
oh no, Sarah, no. Oh fuck! I had a thought,
Real
but it is
bad.
gone. I don't even know what I was.
Oh, it's gone.
Shit, I had a thought. Like there was words that were gonna come out.
We were
but I
talking
don't-
about his costume,
All
his
right,
new
So
design.
Broly, another Broly movie.
Yeah.
This is why he sucked.
I'm
He
trying-
sucked.
Shut up, let me to start off.
Why does Vegeta keep getting his ass whooped?
Yes.
Oh, because he's not Goku. That's all. That's all I was gonna say, but I lost it.
You know what they call Goku shit now? How he just automatically gets strong. They call it what is it? Plot something.
Plot armor.
Plot armor.
Yeah,
That's what they call it.
he's got plot armor. Definitely.
Do you think there's another level after God?
I hope not.
I'm sure, but
Is it just like
he went super.
not even super?
He went super.
The design is getting lazy. The transformation design
It's
is
just
getting
dumb.
lazy.
I'm just
And
changing
how
hair
many
color.
more Broly movies can we do where it's like, all right, this nigga's obviously one of the strongest beings in the universe. He can fuck up everybody, and then the only way to only defeat Broly is to knock him out so he goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And like, what other ways to be? Like, no one has killed Broly yet.
I mean, they could do so many because this is the first one that's actually canon.
Yeah. It's a part
So
of
this
the
is a
original
whole
shit.
new
Why?
Broly.
Why is canon a big thing?
This is why.
let me
Because
know.
it's part of the actual storyline. Like,
Yeah.
so these movies, so most anime, well, I don't want to say most. For Dragon Ball specifically, I can speak for that. A lot of the movies they make, they're just movies for the sake of making a movie. So it doesn't tie into the overall story of the anime
Okay.
or the manga. It's not related. So you get characters that never existed, things happen, power up, whatever, all that kind of shit. Things happen that aren't part of the story. This is part of the story. So this actually happens in the same universe or same timeline or whatever storyline as Super and Dragon Ball Z and all that shit. So that is actual factuals.
Yeah. Gogeta's not canon.
Yeah.
And the whole Dragon Ball GT shit's not
Yo
canon.
Jumbo, yo Jumbo.
Which I don't want it to be. That shit sucks.
Yeah, that shit be whack.
GT was not great though.
Anything else on Broly?
Let me
Nah,
see.
he just got that strength apparently.
Yeah. And the reason why it sucks so bad,
Can Broly be beaten by someone other than a Saiyan?
maybe. No.
Nobody can be beaten by nobody other than Saiyan. That's why, as much as I love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, I also kind of feel like a way about it now because it's kind of annoying that the way that it treated all the other characters.
There's no logic at this point.
It's like if you're not saying, and it's not even if you're saying this, if you're not Goku,
Yeah, you fuck.
then whatever. Because only Goku gets the PP. Even Vegeta, when he had a chance to fucking beat Frieza in the other movie, they didn't even. It was
they
still.
didn't let him. I'm like, why you
it's
rob him of
It's
that?
still reverted to Goku. It's like.
Let me get a chance. What?
It's like, what's the point of having all these other characters show up if they're not even gonna be worth? They don't do anything.
Yeah,
like
but-
the last tournament they did, I think was the most. A lot of these characters actually really got to do in a very long time.
Yeah, but you got to think about it from a logistic standpoint. If the main character doesn't defeat the main villain, does the anime fall through? That's like saying if like Ash said he was gonna be the very best, and then somebody came and caught all the Pokemon.
Let's talk
like,
about that.
nigga,
Ash ain't never been the very best.
he says I want to.
He
be.
loses more than he wins these fucking.
But he wants to be the very best. But then you get a whiff of another character that has caught mad more Pokemon.
Every other character has caught more Pokemon than Ash.
You right, that nigga. He lets more Pokemon go than he catches.
Yeah, Ash
like,
is garbage.
dead ass.
Ash is Basuda, Holmes.
That nigga let Charizard go. Like,
yeah, dumb.
Why? That nigga let Primeape
He let
go.
Butterfree fly.
Butterfree. Nah, Butterfree was about to get some ones, and
Yeah.
he won't stop that.
I respect
Butterfree, Primeape, Charizard, fucking Squirtles, and all types of. Man, he ain't let Pikachu. Yo, it's been like 15,
Still
20
ain't
years.
evolved that Pikachu
That
to a
nigga
Raichu.
that nigga still the most powerful fucking Pikachu
Ever.
on Earth.
For no type of reason.
Now, since we speak about anime, right, I got a quick question, right? Now, can you be a real anime fan if you don't watch it subbed?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know where this shit is coming from.
that's
I really
dumb.
Because there's this thing going around, like, if you don't watch it in its original form, you're not a real anime fan.
I don't know
for
where
some
this shit is
reason.
coming from.
It's coming from these anime purists, like, oh, you motherfuckers don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, nah, nigga.
Stupid.
The only time that shit really mattered was when you was in the 90s, because we had to get that shit from the bootleg, and they had the subtitles.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't even in America yet, but
Yeah.
now that shit is just like simulcasting. That shit is simulcasted now.
Like I get the
Like, what do you prefer?
it depends on
Yeah, it
the
does.
day of the week for me. Like I get lazy, so sometimes like I like to like sleep and listen to things, and I can't listen to Japanese because I don't understand Japanese.
Exactly.
So I'll do dub then. But some stuff, like
If it's a fighting anime, I don't mind.
yeah, or if it's just something that I want to get super current on, and they're not like
I'm not reading Death Note.
right there. Yeah,
I'm not reading Death Note.
but I'll yeah, exactly, because there's a lot of intricate shit happening in
Yeah.
that. But like I do both, but it just depends on how I feel, or if I feel like reading or not, or if I'm just being lazy, but I just want to watch it or whatever. Fuck, to me, not a big deal. Like I understand the sentiment behind it because of when we get stuff in America and when they dub it, they do change things. So if you do watch a subtitle, you are getting the pure version of this anime.
But sometimes they make up words of what they say,
Yeah,
and you don't really know.
Yeah, they
understand what they're
change
saying.
words, they flip words, they
well,
take out words.
I just mean just the animation of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because they'll edit stuff like speaking.
That was back in the day though, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know
don't
if
do
it's
that
as
much
big of
now.
it
They
as
do
it was
that
now, but I
Nigga,
think
have
that's
you watched
the
fucking Fooly Cooley? Like they be taking.
Oh,
on
see,
mad
that's
shit.
different.
yeah.
Yo, Fooly, they be taking on mad shit.
That's old. But Attack on Titan, they still show the gory shit.
JoJo, they be taking on mad shit.
Yeah, but they still, but some stuff they do edit. Like the 4 kids One Piece edit. There's a character like the character he had a gun. It was like a gun. He was holding it to somebody's head. They changed the gun into like a
candy cane or something.
like a hammer gun,
like something stupid.
like a hammer gun. And the dude who smoked and give him lollipop, like little shit like that.
Yeah,
So you're not getting the pure.
They're not saying it because of that though. They're saying it just because.
It's
Just
like
reading the
kids.
sub. Just reading the sub. They're not saying that. That's not their argument. Like I could sit up here and say anything in Japanese. You think I said old shit or something like I could be like Shin Hadu, someone do that like some crazy shit like that. You think oh shit, you said some wild shit. No,
Lost another 100 listeners.
I'm sorry.
You not.
No,
I could make some. I could make up some
no,
Japanese
I
shit.
understand what you're saying. Like,
Don't.
It is hot
Don't.
though. Like fucking Akuma when he talks.
yeah.
That shit's hot.
When the nigga says sauce.
So Shin Hadu.
I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what you said.
I know me a Raging Demon, but when you say it, I know I'm about to fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Raging Demon, he the sauce.
Ikuze?
Nah, I think this is stupid.
Nani?
Yeah, it's.
If you're a fan of anime, you're a fan of anime. And
Yeah,
if,
if you're a fan of anime, but like, yo, my sister said that shit. It was like, yo, you watching this shit dubbed? You fucking, you like
What?
Yo, she called me something. I
you
was like,
weeb,
I was like, bitch, I
A
was
noob?
watching this way
That's what
before
he
you.
called you?
Nah,
you
she
weeaboo.
called me something. I forgot what it was. I was like, yo, shut the fuck up, yeah. I've been watching this
no.
shit before you was born and shit. I was watching Dragon Ball when it was dubbed. I was watching, like, I don't feel the need to watch dubbed or I mean to see it subbed for me to feel like a fucking. Like a anime. I love anime. I like anime.
And maybe that's also different for us too, because we're a little bit older. Like I grew up starting to watch the shit dubbed
'Cause you
because
had to.
I didn't know that this was Japanese. I just thought this was just cartoons.
Yeah.
Like when it was putting Dragon Ball Z on WB and all that shit, it was just cartoons to me.
Nigga, the first fucking anime I
Samurai
ever
Pizza
seen.
Cats.
Well, that shit was wild. First anime that I ever seen was dubbed.
Yeah.
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah.
This shit was dubbed.
Yeah. I didn't know any better.
I didn't know any better. I didn't know this shit was Japanese. I just knew it was like, hey,
Oh, titty.
kids at school was talking about it. Yo, have you seen Ninja Scroll? What the fuck is Ninja Scroll? They show titties in it. There's sex in it. I want to see it.
I mean, I used to listen to I used to watch Dragon Ball Z on Telemundo.
Oh, Telemundo
it was
was real
violent.
good. Yeah,
It was
because it
violent.
was less cut. That's
Yeah.
my point. It was less cut than
I used to just
than we
watch the
get.
fights and just be whatever.
That's about it, though.
Yo, I saw that Raditz episode like 10 times.
Hell
on fucking
yeah.
Telemundo, yo. I was like, how many times you gonna special beam cannon this nigga?
Enough.
Yeah, twice.
But it is what it is. Like you're not a super fan if you watch it subbed. You're not less of a fan if you watch it dubbed. Like,
Not to me.
I
can't
don't
understand
give a
it.
fuck. If you like anime, you like anime. Like, let's come together. Let's stop fucking dividing.
Right?
All right, subbed and dubbed. Fucking, we already got enough division in America.
But you know, nerds like to feel because
I'll beat one of y'all niggas up.
they like to feel superior to people because in normal life they
Y'all
they,
watch
they
all
get
this
picked
anime
on.
and still can't fight. I'll fuck one of y'all up. Come at me with that sub dub bullshit. I'm gonna hit my sister because of this shit. Fuck on my face. Tell mommy I fuck you up again. But yeah, fuck y'all. Let's see. LeBron got a
LeBron.
98 rating in NBA 2K.
Shaq had a 99 at one point.
Nah, 2K, fuck out of here. LeBron James is the best fucking all-around player to ever play basketball in the NBA. All right, he's had a 90. I think he's had a 99 before. He's had it like 3 times. No,
Shaq had a 99.
I know he had it in like 2K9 and like 2K14 where he had like a 99. I think the lowest he ever got was like a 94.
That's crazy.
But he deserves a 99. Motherfucking yo. Kevin Garnett had mad 99s. Tim Duncan had 99. Chris Paul had a fucking 99. You telling me LeBron James right now? LeBron James, you're king. Doesn't deserve a 99. You're king.
What? You doing Stephen A. Smith?
Shout out to Shiggy. The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear.
Let's make this clear. The Cleveland Cavaliers would not be in the championships at all. At all. If it wasn't for your king.
How dare you?
LeBron James. Kobe Bryant. Okay.
Oh my god.
Nah, but yo, it's mad people that were unworthy of 99s got 99s. Like Tim Duncan got a 9.
Don't Carl Towns got a 91?
Nigga, Kevin Garnett got a 99 3 times. This is not a fucking a lifespan on Earth where Kevin Garnett was ever better than fucking LeBron James. He got a 99 3 times. Like, LeBron has got like 98s, 97s. The lowest was 94, like I said. LeBron deserves, until that nigga break like a femur, some shit, he deserves a 99. But, like, what 2K does is, like, they'll change the stats as the season goes on. So, as of right now,
He's a 98.
saying from his, like, last year's play, he's a 98. I think he deserves a 99. Only thing that, like, is the nigga can't shoot threes as well as, like, the rest of the league. That's it. Other than that, he deserves a 99 in every fucking thing else. He's the best all-around player ever play. Yo, king! LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Yeah, this shit gonna be a bitch to edit. I swear to God.
Yeah, all them years.
Just let it go.
Let's see. Mortal Kombat movie reveals character lineup, which is some
Okay.
bullshit.
Okay.
I know that.
Who? All right, elephant in the room. Who's that nigga? Colt? What the fuck is his name?
Who?
Curtis? The random nigga they announced. Who was that?
Oh, some nigga like, yo, he was supposed to be like a boxer, and he has a daughter, and now he's in the tournament.
That never
And,
works
like-
when they do that.
I've never seen this character in the game. I'm like, when the fuck was y'all planning on putting him in the game? Like, everyone wants to make these niche characters where it's like, yo, every game can't have the same shit. Where it was like Killer Instinct had something. What the fuck is his name? Combo something. It was something.
Combo Jack?
Nah, it was something combo. Fucking Street Fighter has Balrog. Mortal Kombat has to have a boxer now. Like, why do we have to have these niche characters? Why can't we just come up? I mean, even though Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat have, redesigned the same fucking character 8 times.
Yeah.
Well, Tekken has Steve Fox, so you're kind of right.
I mean,
Steve Fox is a boxer.
I mean, you
yeah,
gotta
that nigga,
have the
yeah.
archetypes, man. You gotta have the boxer,
No,
the
man.
kung fu, the drunken
Yo,
master,
Ryu,
the robot.
Yo, Ryu is like 8 different people. He's Ken, he's Dan, he's the little black kid, he's
Dan,
Akuma.
yeah.
Like Chun-Li has like 3 fucking variations. Fucking Guile has
Sakura.
2. Like Sakura, like it's like y'all niggas need to think of something else. But that character that they introduced, I don't know when they're gonna put him in the game, but they're obviously gonna put him in a movie for some reason. I don't know. But the whole fucking cast list was just like made up bullshit. It was like this one character that you never heard of, and there's like Sonya. Kano's good now. Fucking
Okay.
Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Liu Kang. Matter of fact, was it Liu Kang? It was somebody.
Shao Kahn.
What was it, Bobby? I don't know.
Well, in the first movie?
No, the fucking lineup that they introduced for this new one.
Oh, I forgot.
It was something crazy. I didn't write it down. I forgot the
I
link too.
just the boxer nigga just threw me off. Like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Yo, they just throwing people in there for fucking hell's sake. Where it's like they gotta have some type of like legible backstory. Where it's like, yo, he's fighting for his daughter. His wife is dead,
man.
and his daughter is staying with his grandmother or his godmother or some shit while he fights in the tournament. Then they gotta defeat this evil. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's the stupidest shit. But
Live, dog.
I mean, no, and he was like a 30-something-year-old man boxer, all damn near retired. Like, yo, cast me for that shit. I'll do some push-ups. I'll do some push-ups. Get me in there. I could act.
Yeah.
Nigga. Shit. Yo, King.
Yo, King.
Let's see. Joaquin Phoenix.
Speaking of Kings,
Joaquin Phoenix Joker origin film is officially happening now.
I'm for it.
Less-
I wasn't bad.
But it's coming out next year, fall.
Yeah, that's mad fast.
Okay, so we have to So we have to write the script. We have to have the actors learn this shit. We have to cast this, that, and the third. We have to learn the script, shoot the shit, have
Edit
it come out October 2019.
That's mad quick.
Dog, it's July 2018. How? How, Sway?
unless they already have a
Unless they
script,
already had
unless they already have a script done that we just didn't know about.
I wasn't mad at it though.
I'm not mad at the casting. I like Joaquin Phoenix, and he's a good actor. I'm mad at the existence of the movie because it irks me that they have two
they doing
Jokers.
two. Yeah, they're doing
It
two
doesn't-
solo movies. So I'm
it
like,
doesn't
how the fuck does that work?
Makes sense.
But did you hear the
to
comment
do
that Joaquin made where he was like, he's scared to go that deep into the role?
Oh, because Joaquin is just crazy, so he might not come back good.
Like, when you come from a family of actors and actresses, and they have a tendency to go overboard, being his brother, which just died from an overdose.
Yeah, we
It was
gotta watch this nigga.
Yeah, we definitely gotta I want him to give a good performance, but I don't want it to cost him his life.
He don't want him to Heath Ledger himself.
We never want that to happen. We want these people that we deem entertaining to stay around as long as they can. But if this role's gonna cost you your life, you better get an Emmy. you better get a fucking EGOT.
You better get it all, nigga.
That don't even for one movie. You better get all them shit for a movie.
Get
you
a
better
Tony
get a Tony,
and a Grammy
nigga.
too, nigga. I don't know how, but get it.
I don't know, nigga. Audio something. I don't fucking know. But
Yeah, I'm upset the movie exists.
so you're not for it.
I like Joaquin Phoenix. It's fucked up because if the Jared Leto thing didn't exist and this was just a thing that they're talking about doing, I'd be like, oh, cool. But because both of those movies exist and it doesn't make sense to me, why would they do this? They're muddying the waters.
I mean, it's DC. Do we really give a fuck?
I give a fuck, yes.
But do you give a fuck if it's good though?
Also, yes.
Because it won't line up with everything else. Do you give a fuck about if it's at least good? If they made a good movie, do you give a fuck that it don't line up with everything else DC?
Slightly, yes.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
Slightly. Less so if the movie's good, I'm like, well, it's a good movie, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh, it's a solo movie. But then it's like, what are you, like, you know what, because what the fuck are y'all doing? Figure the fuck out.
They're gonna end up pigeonholing themselves into something because let's say this is just me high hoping, and they come out with this Batman movie and it's actually good. Now people are gonna want to see Joaquin Phoenix Joker if it's good with the Batman that they pick.
Well, that's why they changed the name. I mean, I don't know. I think that's later on, right? I don't know if we get to that, but that's why they changed the name of the.
We can hear that shit out right now.
To the fucking
stupid, but
they changed it from. Well, it was never officially the DCEU. That was just something a journalist made up and that stuck. That was never the official name of the cinematic universe. That was just something that stuck. But then now they officially named it like DC Worlds.
The Worlds of DC.
And really, they're just doing that. They really just doing it to cover their ass because now they can just come do a bunch of random shit, and
it's a whole fucking rebranding,
and it doesn't have to connect to everything. It's worlds. That's the key word. So they can. So okay, we can do two Joker movies and doesn't, and one of them connects to this larger cinematic universe, and one's just a standalone thing.
And one looks stupid.
And one, yeah. So that's why they did it. But I'm like, It's not that hard to make a cinematic universe. Just fucking do it, nigga. And y'all didn't have the same issue Marvel had. Y'all have all the rights to every single character you fucking own. Do it. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. You said tomorrow, today.
Omega Red makes his debut in Deadpool 2, the super duper cut.
Oh, he's gonna be in there?
Yeah, he's in
Lit.
there.
Do we give a fuck about Omega Red?
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
do.
That's
Really?
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
Omega Red's cool. He's fucking got fucking whips and he slaps niggas.
Yeah, but wasn't he supposed to be like the main villain? Like,
For Wolverine.
Wolverine.
I think
Yeah,
he's
at
more
one point.
Wolverine villain than
So-
or maybe just like Weapon X type
what
of
does
shit.
he have to do with Deadpool?
I think it's just cool that he's in there.
Yeah.
Because when the fuck are we ever gonna get Omega Red?
Oh, my back where was he was with
If they
Stryker's
do an
team.
X-Men reboot, they can do something in Russia. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Something.
I mean, I don't disagree with you there. I'm just saying.
Solo mission, Wolverine go out, Omega Red.
mean-
Oh shit, kill him.
I mean, the possibilities are endless now that the Fox Marvel deal is done. So, you're right.
Let's see.
world
God
can
of War. God of War game director wants a Netflix series.
I'm for it.
I believe in him.
I'm with it.
I'm for it.
I
I ain't even play the game. I'm just for it.
Dog, that shit looks amazing. The storyline is amazing. I got farther than when he talked about and spoiled the shit for me. That shit is fucking amazing. And that shit needs a Netflix series, but
word.
it's gonna be at the cost of a couple of things though.
Yeah.
Because you got to get like voice actors, and you got to get a little kid that can actually swing a hammer and like crossbows.
I
And
think they
shit
can
like
find
that.
a little kid to do that.
They can find a little kid to do that shit, but you got to find the right actor to play Kratos. Like, not anyone can play Kratos and pull that shit off. You got to have, first of all, the look. You got to look good with a bald head and a big ass beard, and you got to be painted white every fucking day with red stripes and shit. And then you got to follow the game to the T. Like, you can't bear it off and make your own storyline. Like, flashbacks of when you met the
Yeah, don't
mom
do
and
that.
you mean fucker, and you're like, oh, you're not that mean. And gave him some pussy, and then they had a child and shit. I see through all your little mean bullshit. You're not that mean, bitch. I'm mean. No, you're not. Kiss, kiss, baby.
Kiss, kiss, baby. Kiss, kiss,
Yo, that's
baby.
how it would always go. Yo, the woman break you down. It was like, yo, I'm rough and tough. Nigga, you ain't shit. Bitch, I'm tough. Lightly touch face, kiss. You're not that tough. Pussy, baby.
The circle of life.
So that's how it always happens. Then, you catch cancer. Baby, don't go. You're the only woman I trust. Don't go. Dead. Now, I can never trust another woman again. Then some fucking harlot comes and tries to trick you.
Some whore.
Yeah.
It's got to be some whore,
Yes, you're not my wife. Stab, stab, stab. Nah, you got to kill her because she don't matter. Because then you got to go back to your wife's grave like, that bitch mean nothing to me. When I get there, I swear to God, don't argue about this shit. Baby, I love you and only you. You not that mean. Bitch, I'm still mean.
Oh, shit.
You get to heaven, kiss, 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 afterlife.
Kiss, 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 afterlife.
Rugrats revived for a new series and feature film. No.
I don't want it.
No.
Yes.
No!
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I don't want it.
I want it.
I think we just going off pure nostalgia at this point.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yep.
Like, Rugrats is going to be nowhere close to what we thought it was. And then
They're going to shit on our childhood some more. That's what they're going to do.
Rugrats go.
I mean, we don't know if that's real or not.
I mean, I see that picture. I was like,
It's not real, but it's gonna be. It's not gonna be the drawn animation shit.
it got to be the same thing.
Yo, if it's Rugrats Go, then I
It's not
quit.
going to be the same shit. Where it's gonna be totally different. Where I don't even know if they're gonna be babies.
Nah, they
I hope
are.
so.
I think they
I
are.
hope so.
I hope they are.
If the motherfuckers are out of college and Tommy got like a crack addiction or some shit.
Yes. I definitely want that now that you said it.
Like Chucky fucking Susie type of shit.
Yo, he needs to give him a straight
Like
business.
Like Phil died in a car accident, so it's only Lil. Angelica like some type of fucking Instagram model.
yes.
She like Kim Kardashian or some shit. It was like, yo, and then fucking what's that little doll she used to carry around? The little doll.
Cynthia.
Cynthia's just gone, and she bitch have she has a mental breakdown every night because she can't find Cynthia. Like she goes back and logs offline and just breaks down like, Cynthia, where the fuck are you? I need you right now. Fucking mom left her dad.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, they would get a divorce too.
I want to see that now.
I don't.
That sounds amazing.
Yo, if Chucky fucking Susie, I swear for Lord.
Why Chucky can't get no black pussy?
He can.
Okay.
Now Chucky seemed like the cool nigga that'll grow up and just work out mad tough. And
Yeah.
Susie be like, Hey, Chuck.
Yo, let Chucky live.
Start calling him Charles.
Yeah, Charles.
What's up, Charles? What's going on with you? What's up, Susan?
What's up, Susan? Yeah, let Chucky live, nigga.
Chucky live, but now I'm not with the reboot.
No, I'm not.
I am now that you said that. All that action shit. I definitely want that shit.
Yeah, I swear to God, fucking Tommy mom left his dad because he's a fucking workaholic. Yo, what the fuck happened to Dill? Dill got a drug addiction.
Yo, Dill's definitely on drugs.
Dill's definitely a hippie.
He definitely does Molly. And Percocets.
That nigga's a whole fucking just drug addict. That's fucked up. We just fucked up our whole childhood.
Yeah, we did.
Batwoman series in the works for CW.
I watch that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm good.
I mean, they gotta do it because it's the only. So here's my thing. I think they're doing it because one is their way of getting Batman without doing Batman. The same way they have Supergirl without doing Superman. Excuses. And then two, Arrow's been on for. I think it's gonna be their 7th season. That can't be on forever. So, and that's basically Batman.
Flash is going away.
Well, Flash got season 5.
Yeah, no, but they're saying is I don't know. They're alluding to it ending for some reason.
Oh, well, maybe
that's
not.
about.
But yeah, well, I think so Arrow can't go on forever. So I think if they introduce another version of Batman, that's a way to kind of keep this thing rolling without having Arrow be on forever. Because
Yo, this DC app gonna end that shit though. Watch. If
but
it works out,
yeah, but they gotta come out with some more shit other
Swamp
than
Thing.
time. Really,
the Swamp Thing the shit. If done right.
if done right.
Not the one the Hulk Hogan. I ain't talking.
Yeah, but then fucking Marvel gonna come out with Man Thing, and then what?
Man Thing.
that shit gonna be a hit.
Then what you gonna do?
Man Thing.
Let's see. Star Wars Clone Wars series returns. Huh?
You ever seen that shit?
Yeah, that
Nah.
shit is
Violent
dope.
as fuck.
That shit is
I never actually
dope.
watched it. Everybody talks about it. I just never watched
That
it.
shit dope, but I kind of lost. I got lost in it. Where it's like I watched it for a few months, then I found something else to do, and then I forgot about the shit. So I'm still on like season 2, episode 3. So I haven't watched the whole shit, but you know I'm with it. If it do come back, and if it's still in its original form, what it seemed like, what it seemed like it's doing for Young Justice, where it seemed like they pick up right where they left off, where it's like the same action or like upped action. That shit look dope.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Well, then I'm for that. Even though I never seen it.
Zombieland gets a sequel.
I'm cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
With the same cast.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like the first movie.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's like I don't know what else they're gonna do besides run from zombies and shit. Maybe they'll find a cure or some shit. Who knows? But
And they got my baby in it.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, my white girl crush. baby.
Emma.
Yeah, with a big ass face.
Yeah, she got big ass eyeballs.
Features. Yeah, she got strong features. Nigga.
Get all this dick.
Hey, I never-
Yo, king! Mustafa Shakir, aka Bushmaster from Luke Cage, he tried out for Black Lightning, but didn't get the part because they said, I don't know who they is, because they said he was too dark for the role.
That's some
That's bullshit.
bullshit.
Because Chris Williams ain't that light,
He not.
Yeah,
and his fucking wife ain't that light.
Not
she
even.
not.
Nah, but I just think it wasn't a good fit for him.
Yeah.
It's all,
But to say he was too dark,
nah,
come on, man.
I don't get too dark vibes from Black Lightning.
The only one that's light skinned is the fucking youngest daughter, and she ain't that
Yeah.
light. She just
Black
she medium.
Lightning.
El Negro Latino.
Yeah, I don't get. I just think you weren't a fit for the part.
Yeah, you was too real.
Yeah, you're not camera. There's a thing that they do with chemistry,
Yeah.
and then like looks and shit like that, where it's
Yeah.
like, all right, so you got
You just your face is strong, nigga. That's all.
you got a real. You got a Luke Cage face, nigga. You got a face made for Netflix, not fucking CW, man. It wasn't nothing to do with you being dark. It was like, all right,
Oh, so he's not the safe black?
no,
nah, his face is strong, nigga.
you know what? Bobby might be right.
He look menacing.
He don't fit
Yeah.
with all them caramel colored people. It might be some colorism shit, but it's just like if you line up them,
He look like a nigga.
but then compare him to Scooter.
Yeah, it's cool. He
look-
cool.
Yeah, that nigga
He could be a principal.
Exactly.
No, Bushmaster can't be no principal.
Oh, hell no.
Can't be no principal.
Nah.
Now you got them nigga lips.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Can't be having struck matches looking like that nigga was too crazy looking.
That's all. You ever see Bulletproof?
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit he's ever said. He just looked at me and said, anyway, tell you look like a struck match. He did though. Yo, nigga.
What else?
It's like a tar pit.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Okoye. No, it's not Okoye.
Okoye.
Yeah, it is. Okoye.
Okoye.
Didn't I?
Okoye.
Early talks to be in Godzilla versus Kong.
I knew this was coming.
Did y'all see the Godzilla fucking trailer?
Yeah, that shit look pretty good.
Yo.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see the first. Does it tie into the last Godzilla? Because I didn't see that one.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's
but
it's an old new
real
thing?
talk. I was looking at the Godzilla trailer. And I was like, yo, this look like it'll be a dope ass Pokemon movie.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, yo, you give me
Pokemon?
a couple Ultra Balls, I clear this whole shit out, nigga.
Clean out.
I clear this whole shit out, nigga.
Rodango and Desile,
Yo,
nigga.
it's a fucking Groudon versus a fucking Dodrio.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here,
see
nigga.
that.
Yeah, it looked dope.
Yeah, it looked
but
pretty cool.
I'm just saying, if I happen to hear some fucking I wanna be the very best, I'd be like, yo, this is dope. Want to see this shit. Yo, give me like 3 Master Balls. I clear this whole shit out.
Clear it out.
Whole shit out. But Kong versus Godzilla. Are we tired of reboots?
Is it a reboot? Well,
It's a
yeah, it is.
continuation.
But that was old.
Yeah, but how long have they been doing Kong versus Godzilla? Godzilla fight this fucking big thing. Godzilla fight this thing. Godzilla has babies. It has to kill these
Well,
things.
he's a kaiju, so he's got to fight other big things.
Yo,
like, what else he
yeah,
gonna fight?
They named them Titans now. So
Titans.
now these Titans have been unearthed. Now they just been resting for so long. Now they're just coming out, and Godzilla's like, "Oh, y'all need help?
He's like, what I doubt.
Got you, but I want this whole continent though."
Yeah, I mean, giant monsters fighting shit is cool. I don't know. I can't be mad at it, nigga. Like, sometimes you gotta do it.
Sometimes you gotta fight.
Yeah.
I mean, but they didn't rebooted King Kong maybe
Twice.
two times in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Yo, the first one don't count.
Which one?
That shit sucked. The
Peter
one
Jackson.
with Jack Black.
Peter Jackson one,
That
that
was
don't count.
pretty good. I liked it.
I didn't.
It was fine. It was cool. This one is more action oriented. My only issue is I think like the Kong is like super giant, right?
Yeah,
Compared
it
to,
was
like,
more
Godzilla or whatever shit.
crazy.
I don't think he's bigger than Godzilla.
I think he was.
How big is Godzilla? I gotta watch the movie.
Godzilla.
Take a compare.
He's like
He was like super big, but I could be wrong.
big enough to scare a whole continent of Asians.
Godzilla!
Gaiga.
Yep, there goes the Asians.
Yeah. How you scare 1 billion people? That's a lot of fucking people.
All right.
Hesh,
Sorry,
man.
Ash.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, no.
Should I bleep that, Hesh? Should
No.
Should I bleep that?
I mean, maybe, but maybe not. Fuck it. Bobby said nah, so nah, fuck it. Don't let it rise.
You act like, come on, man. Everybody's a bit racist, man.
We can't.
It's not like we mean any harm.
All right.
You don't think Asians be over there like, look at them black guy.
Big lip.
Lip.
Jump so high. Dig down to floor. Look at me.
Funny.
Itty bitty penis.
You see South Park? Come on, you know
Yes.
people like, yo,
You have big joints.
You
Me
do-
itty bitty penis. What do I do?
you come to Shitty Walk. Shitty Walk.
Welcome to Shitty Walk.
Yo,
Shitty Walk. Take over the plate.
Yo, the Tweak and Craig song. Tweak and Craig. Tweak and Craig with the highest donor. Sankara. Sensei.
All right, cool beans.
Alright,
They can get away with it.
Alright,
We can
so
get
what
away
I'm
with
gonna do
it.
with this episode, right? I'm gonna send it to y'all. Y'all tell me what to believe about.
Alright.
Because I was watching South Park cracking up not too long ago. Yeah, when them niggas playing with them ninja weapons.
Oh, when he threw the shit in his eye.
That nigga said,
That's my favorite
"Kenny."
episode.
He said, "Woo." That nigga threw a ninja star.
In the nigga eye.
That nigga Butter said,
My favorite part is when they dress him up as a dog.
Yeah, really?
He's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
"Woo."
Even that making fun of Asians. Hey, let's go, Kikaku. Kiki no payo to take my ball. Let's fighting love.
Yeah, you right.
We never going to Japan for a show.
Nah, they're not gonna let us in.
Okay, so
They'll be after us.
RoboCop reboot finds a director.
It's not a reboot.
It's a, this is what this
Nah, it's a sequel.
Oh, for real? To what?
Yeah,
Sequel to what?
to the reboot that they just did.
2000
Oh, that
what
one
it,
was trash.
2013 shit?
Yeah, the one that he's got the black armor. It's just,
That one
it's just
was
a sequel.
trash.
Oh, okay.
And then was a Bloom Campus was gonna do
I
a
thought it was
sequel.
a reboot
Nah, it's a
shit.
sequel.
Nah, I want to see Murphy get shot for real. They did that
Like in the
nigga dirty,
original,
man. Yeah,
they
did-
fucked him
yo,
up in the original.
Yo, you a
Shotgun.
cynical ass nigga. Yo,
they did
that shit was
dirty.
2019 graphics.
Yo.
That should be pretty
Fucked up.
Fuck.
gruesome, nigga.
Yeah, they did fuck him up.
Shot him with a pump in a circle. They did a swag surf on his ass.
You ever do that nigga?
Sawed off shotgun, hand on the pump. Let's see. So we with it? RoboCop?
Yeah, I'm for it.
Sequel?
I like Bloomcamp. I like District 9.
I
So,
didn't like the first one though.
but it's a sequel,
Yeah, but
so they have a chance to fix it.
yeah, but Murphy didn't get done in like I thought he would on the first one.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't help you, dog. I ain't making the movie. Like, I didn't make it. I'm just saying.
All right, so what else we got on here? Game of Thrones gets a 2018 Emmy nomination for Best Drama. Atlanta for Best Outstanding Comedy Series, and Rick and Morty episode Pickle Rick for Outstanding Animated Program.
I like Pickle Rick.
Do they stand a chance in their categories?
Atlanta probably. Game of Thrones
Yes, definitely.
maybe, but
For Outstanding
when-
Drama?
It is.
when did the
drama.
last episode air?
Of what?
Game of Thrones.
2017,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
So how they getting nominated for this year? Or I guess it's from the year before.
yeah,
Yes, I do.
yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
Pickle Rick.
Yeah,
Pickle Rick needs to win. I mean, they all need to win. Fuck that. Game of Thrones deserves it.
wish
Pickle
I
Rick
would've wrote
deserves it.
Damn, I wish I would have wrote down what it was going up against because it wasn't that much competition.
Well, for Game of Thrones?
No, Pickle Rick.
Oh, yeah, because there's not a lot of animation out there.
Pickle
Do they
Rick was
count
the shit.
animes in this?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Do we want to talk about Scarlett Johansson, or should we just move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, shit. He's way too excited about that. I forgot about what it's about. Go ahead. Continue.
Scarlett Johansson
Do you, Bobby?
exits movie Rub and Tug. Fucking child. after trans casting backlash.
What you got, Bobby? Go ahead. You, bro. I'm saying this is you, dog.
I'm waiting on you, bro. Say something about the game. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
All right, I don't see what the problem is. Well, I do because
You do.
not a real nigga.
Yes.
So,
No, yeah. I get it. I understand. Back out.
But I feel like there's a but.
No, that's all I got. No, I get it. Like, I understand why she backed out. Why the fuck you just didn't cast somebody like that in the first place? I don't understand. Keep it moving.
well, I mean, I think transsexuals are going a little too hard. I mean, I get it, but
You say that.
well, I say it like this because people don't get mad when straight people play gay people.
I think they do.
No,
I
they
think.
don't. No, they
Also,
don't.
I think.
When?
When's
That's
the
always
last
been
time
the
it
case.
happened?
When you see white people play Asians, when you see straight people play gay people, when you have transsexuals not being played by other actual transsexuals,
It's not a race,
I didn't say it was a race, Bobby.
but you're comparing it to races.
But I'm just
No,
saying,
he's comparing it to
I'm
not
comparing it to,
using
like, the backlash.
to not using the person that is the thing
Just like
as that
in,
character. Like, it's
Orange,
like
Orange is the New Black, right? Where
Yeah.
they got that trans character, right? If they'd have had a
Well, that works.
that's what I'm saying. If they'd have had somebody that wasn't really trans,
so they just had a woman playing a trans
yeah,
person.
Yeah.
What trans actors can you find that looks gorgeous? I can act.
Listen, I'm not,
Okay, I don't
I'm not-
know.
I'm
I don't
not-
know if those two things are correlations.
Yes, I don't.
It has to be because you have
Why?
to have a good actor to play them.
But why?
Right?
But
It looks
you,
like it's gonna be a
but,
drama.
but you said
Okay,
the
but-
gorgeous part does not necessarily have anything to do with the acting part.
But you got a whole show on FX called Pose where they found trans
Pose?
actors. Dog.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so we just gonna stay in G Studio our whole fucking life. We just gonna be here doing this show. I'm just saying
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying they found actresses. I want to say it correctly.
Yeah.
They found actresses for this show that can act that are trans. So apparently there's a community of trans actors and actresses that I'm not privy to, but they're out there that can play certain roles that you can cast for certain roles. Just like we say with everything else, where you want to get this big name for this movie, find somebody that's unknown that's really fucking good at acting, have them have their breakout role instead of just having this big name attached to a movie so everybody can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Have somebody that can relate to the role more.
Yeah.
Have them play it.
Yeah.
Have somebody that's not really known. I didn't know about the person on Orange is the New Black before that shit.
Yeah.
Bobby gonna say something.
No, I'm not.
Send us
Because,
face.
because if I say something, it's gonna be wild, and I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Please. All right. So
yeah,
Not too wild. It's understandable, but people don't.
See, you know what's the fucking thing?
Fuck.
The way he talk, he make me curious.
Yeah. Like I want to hear it. Like I want to hear it, but I want to say G turn his mic off.
Yeah, because anything I say, like, there's always an understanding behind it. You don't have to agree with me, but you can understand where I'm coming
but
from.
what you don't understand is me and Hesh get it.
Yeah, it's everybody else.
It's everyone else we're worried
Yeah, that's
about.
what I'm talking
And we
about.
trying to get to the bag.
Yeah.
No.
Cash money.
I speak my mind.
I mean, go ahead, dog.
You
Live
know
your
what?
life.
You know what? It's
Live your best
It's a,
life.
it's a team effort.
Yeah, live your best life.
So we got to
nigga.
ride with Bobby. So
Yeah, live your best life, nigga. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
it's
All
crazy.
right,
I'm just gonna believe it.
You know how people say people are being.
Go ahead.
You know how people say you're being transphobic.
Uh-huh.
Now, what does that mean today?
That
I don't know.
You're afraid?
you're afraid of the unknown. Basically, you're afraid of what you don't know. Just like everybody was scared of, at one point, everybody was like, "Ugh, gay people, ugh," or like, if you're white and racist, black people, all niggers and this,
Okay.
that, monkeys and coons and shit.
All right. So, with that logic, what you just said, like every man at some point should be transphobic. This is what I mean. Not all the way. Like
I'm following.
When you see them on TV and you just mad, like see, that's something different. But
You're just homophobic or you're just phobic. Something.
all right. This is what I mean by at some point all men should be a little transphobic.
I'm following.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I take a girl home and she looks like Rihanna, she pull her pants down, she got the tumble dick, I'm gonna be a little afraid.
No, that's a fear.
That's not trans.
No,
It is.
That's not
It's 'cause it's a
transphobic.
fear.
That's a phobia and a fear. I feel like two different things.
Because you would be afraid to take a girl home and then you got the tallywhacker out. And
Okay, so I mean, so this is hard to have a conversation with just three niggas.
No, I feel like phobia is like a crippling fear, like heights for some people. Like,
but they'll call that transphobic. That's my point.
So now that's different. They might call it, but I don't think that's transphobic to be It's not transphobic.
It's like
to not want to have sex
It's
with a transgender
it's like
person.
a preference. Like, I don't want to fuck chicks with dicks.
They tried to call fucking Genuine transphobic just because he denied a kiss from him.
Yeah,
I don't want to
But
kiss a
that was
woman that used to be
stupid.
a man. That was stupid.
But
though.
they're calling that transphobic.
But
Well, that's
it's
dumb.
really not. It's just like people are offended by
Preference.
anything. Like
That's a preference.
I'd rather not kiss a girl that used to be a man. I'd rather not kiss a girl I don't kiss random bitches.
Me
Like
neither.
what?
You got herpes out there.
That and just I don't be kissing random bitches. Like
So I don't think that's transphobic.
All right.
I don't know any transgender people that I'm aware of that I can think of off the top of my head.
You do. G Pride. That we went to school with in high school.
All right, so let's talk about the definition of no.
I'm bleeping all that out.
I forgot.
All
What's
right,
next?
so now we done with topics.
Cool.
So we got an interview
Cool.
for y'all coming up right now. We
Yeah.
talked to a real life superhero. I know
Yes,
that
we did.
sounds crazy, but we talked to a real life superhero. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that and tell us what you think. All right, so Three Ninjas Podcast, Domino, Hess Jones, Bobby. And today we got a special guest actually in studio, not over the phone. I know y'all been asking for guests. Calm down. We trying, all right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like they've been DMing me like, yo, what a guest that y'all been like dry on the guests. I'm
Yeah, we had like two guests and it was like game over.
y'all niggas will be all right. But we got a special guest in studio. If you live in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, you might have heard of this. You might not have. But the New York Post did a story on a masked vigilante running around stopping crime how he sees fit. And I first saw the story on Facebook, I think. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. It's kind of dope too. But then when I saw he was from like New Haven, from where we was from, I was like, oh, I gotta talk to homie now. Like, it's no way in hell he gonna pass by this pod. Nah. So we got in the building Sabir. What's your last name?
Abdussabur.
I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. You got that.
Nope.
Sabir, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. You?
I'm all right. Can't complain. How y'all doing, man? I ain't talked to y'all in a while.
What the fuck happened? Man?
We'll get to that later. But
I'm pretty good, sort of.
nah, we can talk about that later.
All right, cool.
But so before we get into the masked vigilante, your origin story, I want to say, let's just know about you real quick. So where you from?
New Haven. Born and raised.
Born and raised in New Haven.
Born and raised. 24 years.
So how was growing up in New Haven for you?
It was interesting. I was homeschooled till 8th grade. 8th grade went to Amistad Middle. 9th grade went to Amistad High. Went to UConn for 3 semesters. Did Gateway for a semester. Money ran out. Ended up at Starbucks.
It's a hell of a transition.
Yeah.
It was ended up at Starbucks, and now I both work at Starbucks, and I'm also a custodial operations manager for a company that manages the custodians at New Haven Public Schools.
Okay, cool. Now, was there a reason why you're homeschooled? Was it because of you do live in New Haven? New Haven is not the nicest place.
Pistol Wave in New Haven.
Well,
Hey.
it's an ideal that my parents, thought of when I was born. Like, I was homeschooled for most of my life. My siblings were homeschooled for lesser parts of their life because, you got to get 2 jobs when you live in New Haven. So everybody working. So the younger ones end up going to school a little bit earlier than I did. But, I mean, I liked it. I want to homeschool my kids. I done been to the schools. I've taught in the schools, and I clean the schools. And
Right.
I ain't trying to send my kids to these schools.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do not blame you.
yeah, but public school's something else. I mean, yeah, it is something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, public, magnet, charter, private school, they all have the same issues. It's just different magnitudes. You might not have bullying at one school, but you got something else real crazy at that same school that may not be at the other school.
All right. So you say you went to high school at what?
Amistad High School.
Amistad High School. Now, how was that? Now
Oh,
you were actually around kids. And,
Yeah, I'm actually around. I'm actually around. Well, when I was homeschooled, I was also a part of after school programs. So I was a camp counselor
Okay.
for a program that dealt with kids that basically got records before they were even 16. So we dealt with kids that was in juvie, and we took them out camping, taught them about wildlife and how to survive in the wilderness. It was all boys camp. And that's how I got my social interaction. I also was doing a lot of marching for against youth violence. When New Haven was crazy, you couldn't walk down the street because folks had bad aim.
Has New Haven ever really calmed down?
I mean, I think the issues transitioned a little bit from the gunfire has transitioned off of the youth than what it used to be when I was a kid.
Okay.
When I was a kid, it was a little different. Now it's a little bit more. Folks are trying to kill their girlfriends, their baby mothers right now, which is messed up in itself. But it shifted. I mean, we still have the violence here and there, but it's changed a little bit.
Okay. And you say you went to UConn.
Went to UConn.
Now, what was your major?
I majored in English. Minored in psychology.
Okay. You stayed there for 3 semesters. You said the money ran out. Then you came to Starbucks.
Mm-hmm. 3 semesters there, then a semester at Gateway. Money ran out. Ended up at Starbucks.
Got you. All right. So let's get into this origin story. All right. So in 2014, right? You were hit by a car. Now, when you were hit by this car, did anything break? Did you almost die? Like, what happened?
I had a compound fracture to my left leg. So if you took an asterisk and put it on my X-ray, that's basically what my leg looked like. So everything was fractured and cracked, but nothing moved. Because I actually ended up falling in front of an officer, and my first instinct was, "Oh, my leg is fine. I'm about to hop back on this bike."
You tried to get up and that shit said, "Nah."
I'm
He was
alright.
like, "Nah, stay here. I'm gonna pull him over." I was like, "Okay." So I stayed there. Ended up going to ambulance.
All that machismo shit. It's like, yo, I'm good. You get up in your leg, like, nah, bro, sit back down. Now, was it their fault or was you just walking somewhere that you weren't supposed to?
Nah, it's their fault. So when you got the big SUVs, you got that space between the front wheel and the body of the car, and is that sometimes the bigger space for the SUVs. My foot while I was on the pedal got caught in that space because the SUV thought it could fit. I don't know how familiar you are with New Haven, but basically I was dragged from Mamoons.
Dragged?
Because it was because my foot got caught. So I'm upright. So I'm like from Mamoons all the way to Pizza House. I'm locked in with this car, and then I had to bail after I got past all the parked cars. Just so happened to be in front of a police officer that was on a motorcycle.
God damn, Bobby, how far is that?
That's pretty fucking.
All right, so obviously you go to the hospital.
Right.
You get an operation, you're sitting in bed. Now, what is your thought process when you're sitting in bed, like leg fractured? Are you thinking like, damn, I got to do something to combat this? Like, yo, or somebody really just hit me?
It really didn't register to maybe like day 3. While I was in the hospital, I never had a broken bone before in my life. So I was just like, you know what, this is whatever. It feel like a sprain. And on top of that, there was no pain either. So I'm just like, yo, I'm good. I can go back out tomorrow. And then I got home and realized, nah, I can't do this. Can't do this tomorrow. So it didn't hit me until about day 3 that I realized, because of the way I ride my bike and how I assume control over my vehicle, that if it was anybody else who like casually ride a bike around New Haven and they got hit by the same car and they start panicking or whatever, and they didn't bail after the parked cars, they ended up bailing into the parked cars, it could have been a whole different situation. Somebody could have possibly died.
Right.
So after I did my follow-up appointment a week later, took my own cast off because they tried to make me have it for 2 weeks. I wasn't having that. I wanted to take a real shower.
Right. Yo,
Yeah, nah,
I know that life.
Yeah,
dude.
me too.
I wasn't trying to be in a handicap car at Stop and Shop no more. I was
Word.
good.
Nah, them cars kind of fun, yo. Like, yo,
Yeah.
me,
Until you got to get the grits off the top shelf, you got to get help. Yeah, I'm good.
That's when you get a girl to help you. Like, man, you could get that for me.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
but then they be short too, so you be stuck.
Right.
So it's just like, yeah, I was done with that. So the week later, I biked to my follow-up appointment. And after that, I hit back on the road. And my philosophy has been with all my accidents. So I've gotten most of accidents in New Haven you can imagine are pothole accidents. You hit a pothole, lose
That's all
control,
in Connecticut, I think.
hit the ground. Usually it's hit a pothole while you turning, and then you're sliding on the ground sideways, and your pants are just destroyed. But my philosophy is every time I get hit by a car or every time I get into an accident, it is go back, do that same route over and over and over again until you don't care about what happened.
So it's kind of like you trick your mind into not being scared of that spot, like being traumatized by that.
Counteracting the PTSD before it even happens.
Got you.
So that's the philosophy that I had after the accident. Once I did that, I was just like, you know what? We just start pulling over cars.
Okay, so after that, you get the idea in your head, it's like, yo, I think I'm gonna take the law into my own hands, and I'm gonna be this masked vigilante, this masked maniac, and just be taking control of the streets myself. That's what he calls himself, the masked maniac.
Maniac? Oh.
Yeah.
So now take me through like your first night of patrol. Like, what do you do to prepare? What's the first night like?
Well, there was no real preparation. It was really something that I just did after I got off work. Because I worked at Starbucks downtown on Church and Chapel when it was on Church and Chapel. They moved it now. But I used to work down there, and every time before I would go home, because when I first started, I was living with my parents. So before I went home, you ain't trying to go home immediately when your parents is home, straight up like that.
Right?
You're taking your time. So you get off work at 10 o'clock, like, yo, I could just chill out here for at least an hour before
I'll
I
be
go
home like 11:30.
Exactly. So I'll be downtown just chilling and cruising around for like a good hour. But then I realized New Haven really don't go to sleep till about 2 a.m. every night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even on the weekend, and then Thursday through like Sunday.
Oh, it's the
New
party
Haven just
town.
be up
Nah.
till 5
You wild.
for no reason, and then all of the bars and all of the taco spots now be open till 3 o'clock in the morning. On top of that, it's just like the city's busy, and you realize that with everybody out having a good time, these cars are still going like 50 and 20 in 20 zones, and going like 50 and 15 zones, just like almost hitting like every other person on the street. And then don't even get me started with the amount of street signs we don't have because cars just be burning
We really
through them,
don't.
and all the trees we don't have, and all the street lights we don't have just downtown because people just don't know how to drive. They're driving recklessly. So my philosophy is, if I can get in front of a car and just be there to make it slow down before it decides to go 50, then that's going to stop something from happening. Because the way police officers or any emergency response measure the effectiveness of their service is not by how many situations they get into, but the lack of situations they get into.
Right.
So as long as I can avoid situations from happening, I feel like I'm having that positive effect on the city.
Okay.
So really at first I got off work, I'm like, okay, cool. It was just pull over every car that cut you off.
Okay.
By the time you're done with that, you got like 10 cars.
Now, when you pull these cars over, now you have no prior like training with like the military or like combat training or nothing like that.
None.
So when you pull over these cars, how you know you're not pulling over somebody that's having a bad day and ain't with the shit? Like, yo, who the fuck is you on this bike
Oh, that happens.
with no badge? And
I mean, that happens. My thing is, I pull cars over, and my philosophy with them is, I am basically that warning before an actual police officer pulls you over and you get a real ticket. I'm actually saving you $50, $100, $200 from whatever for that ticket of whatever you doing wrong right now.
yeah, but they don't give a fuck because you don't have a badge. You're not
See, it
you're not
depends.
an
See,
authoritative figure. You're just somebody on a bike that says slow down. Like, nigga, get the fuck out my way.
Yeah, and then you look at the 4 or 5 times they go, oh yeah, you're not a real cop. Then the actual cop walks up behind you and says, hey, what's up? And then give him a ticket.
Yeah, sir, he was.
So it's like, people need to start understanding, for one thing, we cannot always rely on the police officers to do everything. Especially in New Haven. New Haven police officers are severely underpaid in comparison to Yale police officers and Hamden police officers. So much so that other towns like Hamden are poaching our best officers to become a part of their departments. I think we lost like 4 officers this past year who went to other departments for pay or whatever. Damn. But it's just the benefits and the pay is just way better at other departments than it is in New Haven right now. And then we just can't call the cops for everything. You got disagreement with your mom, you calling the cops. You get into a fight, that's a legit domestic violence dispute, you calling the cops for that. But you shouldn't have been calling the cops about the fight with your mom because that was just argument and your mom just told you to go in the house.
Yeah, man, we gotta protect ourselves. I don't know what y'all know
And
about.
don't even get me started with the white folks calling the cops on us just for breathing.
Protect and serve. The protect and serve. That's a slogan. That's not a job moniker. Like they're not actually supposed to protect and serve. That's just like a slogan or whatever. But enough about that. But so I know you didn't get this idea out of nowhere to patrol the streets. Like there had to be some type of influence from like superheroes or something like that. Now, did you look at any heroes growing up like, yo, I want to be something like that? Or
I
like
cosplayed as Spider-Man I think a couple months before I became the mask man. Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. I was like, yo, I never did cosplay before. Let me go ahead and get me a Spider-Man costume and go see Spider-Man as Spider-Man.
Word. Now when Black Panther came out, did you cosplay?
As a Black Panther?
Yeah, as somebody.
No, I was cosplaying on myself because Black Panther fake, I'm real.
Hey. That nigga toasted T'Challa
Straight like that. Plus, in my opinion, I'm be honest, Black Panther cool, but Luke Cage is better. Luke Cage is a more realistic black superhero.
So is that who you kind of model yourself after? What you got to say, Bobby? Come on.
No, you got a point. He's
Yeah.
I actually see Luke Cage as a better Superman than actual Superman. Superman's OP as fuck.
Wakanda is Neverland for black people. That's all it is.
Wakanda is Neverland for black people.
Neverland.
Straight up.
Kind of fucked me up. It is good.
Just like, yo, you only can see it if you go to Africa in this little distinct spot. Like, how is that gonna have a benefit to the greater African American community around the world? Like, seriously?
I don't know, bro, but it was just good to see somebody.
It was good.
Screen.
It was too good until they killed him in the next movie, which pissed me off.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about it.
Yes.
Where's my king hash?
D.I.D. dead.
Like, yeah, we're just gonna kill him. It's like, oh my gosh, seriously.
Now, do you know like the proper laws and like the etiquette of the laws, or do you just go by what seems wrong and what appears wrong? Or do you just...
I am versed in some of the more common laws, so like how many feet you have to be. You can't be parked in front of a, what do you call it?
Fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant. How close you're parked to a corner.
Mm-hmm.
People double parking in the middle of the street.
Right.
People making illegal U-turns in the street and almost hitting other people.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of you making a 3-point turn, you over here making a full U-turn like you in,
Yeah, people
like
do
you in
wild.
Fast and Furious for no reason. and then you got your foot on the gas the whole time.
Yeah,
People don't know how to drive.
So it's just like different, like it's really basic stuff for like turning without a signal, and you almost hit somebody, or you burn, or my personal favorite, burning through a walk sign. Because you think there's nobody coming, but then that drunk person run on the last minute, and you just like, oh, okay. So it's just like it's just real basic stuff like that. And then there's also like the 1 or 2 times every single month where somebody tries to run us off the road for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from people have tried to hit me with bats while they ride by in their car. People have tried to tase me while they ride by in their car. I had an old man call me first of all, he even used the N-word. He called me a coon. That's the first thing. First of all, dude said I was out here telling on people, you goddamn coon. Dude said I was just a coon that was in the way. Tried to hit me with his car, and then when he passed me and realized he missed, he slowed down and then tried to use his cane to grab me under his wheel while he was driving.
Okay, now they're equipped. Are you equipped with something?
Yeah.
Just like a notepad to take down license plates, or like an actual like weapon?
Well, let's say I've retrofitted a bike lock to operate as nunchucks.
Yes.
Right.
Have you ever had to like give somebody the hands?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
So what happened when you had to get somebody to business?
Yes. You end up with a nut in your car just straight up like that. Like, best and believe. Ever since I started doing that, I never got hit by a car again. And I don't even be caring because at the end of the day, what ends up happening is the officers go, oh, I don't even know if what you're doing is legal. And I'm like, yeah, but y'all not doing nothing right now to protect me. Because this dude just called me a coon in front of like 5 of y'all and then chased me down the street and y'all just chilling.
That protect and serve is just a slogan.
It's not a firearm.
It's not.
So it's just like, if you go and tell me it's illegal for me to have a bike lock for my bike, then we're going to have a conversation.
Now, your dad is a cop as well, right? Or
Used to be.
Or
He
retired
in January.
Now, does that give you certain immunity to like the cops?
Hell no.
So they don't come to you and
black
say, hey,
first.
what the fuck you doing? Like, yo, my dad is this. Like, you don't got the card or nothing?
No. You black first.
Oh shit.
And the car and the car makes it worse because you know white folks hate black people with hookups. For real. You tell a white cop, oh, my dad's a cop, they be like, oh, good, you can wait for here 15 more minutes.
No.
Damn, and to be honest, and the craziest part was too, even though he was a cop in New Haven, my most aggressive police stops were in New Haven. I got pulled over in Hamden one time because somebody called 911 and said somebody pointed a pistol at my car to tell me to switch lanes. It was a bike lock, no lie. I used the bike lock as a signal. They thought it was a pistol in the middle of the night.
Dog, you got
You
dog.
better chill out.
You gotta relax. Don't be pointing shit at nobody.
Yeah.
Check this out. Get to Hamden, right? I get to Hamden, I pull up at Walmart because I was just going to Walmart. The cop is like 50 feet in front of me in his SUV on a loudspeaker asking me, hey, listen, my name is Officer So-and-so. Is it okay if I get out of my vehicle so I can search you because I heard that you have a weapon?
Dog.
That's Hamden.
Dog.
I'm surprised you got
In
that.
New Haven?
Yeah. I know, right? That was
in-
way more polite than I thought.
In Woodbridge, I worked at Starbucks. Well, I still work at Starbucks in Woodbridge. My first 7 shifts there got pulled over by the police. My routine was get to work, lock my bike, take my suit off, put on my apron. By the time I put on my apron, my manager go, yeah, by the way, there's a cop here to get your information for a 911 call. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell him to go to the bar. I'm making drinks. I'll make drinks and tell him my information at the same time.
God.
7 times straight. Until at one point, I just got a business card that said, hey, listen, put this in front of dispatch. So every time you get the phone call, just find me. I'll be right here.
Now, because you are a black man doing what you do, are you scared that one night you might go on patrol and might not make it home?
That's every night.
Because of like a disagreement with either a pedestrian or a cop.
There's how we go about it is very strategic. So the number one thing I learned, particularly from the New York Post video, and it's surprising, it's sad. There's a lot of different emotions attached to the feedback that I've gotten from that particular video, which is one of them is the unfortunate lack of support from the African American community. Everybody like, oh, you bring this to the hood, you're gonna get shot. I'm looking at them like, what cop is pulling you over in the hood for double parking and giving you a ticket for double parking in the hood? Nobody care about you double parking on Bassett Street. They only care about you double parking in their neighborhood.
Right.
And they trying to get you a ticket because they don't want you seen. Just straight like that. And then on top of that, especially given everything going on now, when I approach anybody who's of color at this point, I'm just like, yo, listen, all of these cops is killing us for broken taillights, for the car having some sort of malfunction because you made the wrong turn that could just be you getting a warning, but for some reason it ended up in you getting shot 18 times for no reason. So realistically, we serve as a defense against that kind of nonsense. And on top of that, we also pull over police officers and check them for their nonsense, which is what a lot of people are scared to do right now. And you know what?
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, you being mad, bro.
You see this melanin? I'm not talking shit.
Yo, dude, I do. Put it like
No.
Yo, think about it like think about
I
it
guess
like
I'm pussy then, because I'm not doing it.
think about it like this. If you, as a black male, know that you already have a shortened lifespan, would you prefer to die in a way where, oh, you just innocent bystander and you was minding your business, or die for a cause that you believe in?
A cause, obviously, but if I could prevent both and just mind my business and go along my way, I'll take C.
We can't. Clearly, we at an age where we can't mind our business.
Nah, not at all.
That's not a
Hell
thing.
no.
That's not a thing. We getting cops calling on us for going to the pool. Getting a little girl got a cops calling on her because she didn't have a permit to sell water outside of her
Selling
apartment.
water,
But a lady owned a weed business.
permit patty.
I'm just like, yo,
Nigga got the cops called on him for following him in basketball.
exactly.
Yo,
That was the wildest
dumb
thing in my
shit.
life. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yo, you can't.
He can't.
I mean, you can because you did it.
It's, like, it's crucial out here. So my whole thing is just like, you know what? Everybody don't got to do it. It's just a select few of us got to do it and get the message out there that eventually more people are going to catch on and you're just going to be in a bad spot where you just can't keep on doing the dumb stuff that you're doing now.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm going to take up the whole street. Look, I hate when cops do this. They'll park 3 across in a 3-lane street, block the whole street because they having a conversation.
Exactly. Yo,
I
all the
hate
time.
that shit.
I've seen cops do that. I've seen cops on their cell phone. I've seen cops eating while
Yo,
driving. All
Forget
types of
the
shit.
cell phone eating while driving. Well, how about going 90 down a residential so you go to Subway and get a sub?
Yeah, so
they
you
do
can
do
just
that.
like they'll turn on the siren so they get past
Pass that
everybody,
light?
then turn them off as
Yeah.
soon as you get past.
I'm over here
everybody.
like, yo,
I hate when they do that.
you could
shit.
pre-order at like half these restaurants right now while you speeding. Just order from where you at,
Because I'm above the law.
and then just show up.
He is the law.
I am the law.
I'm the
above
law.
Yeah.
Park it.
Nigga, Judge Dredd.
They try to make a speed trap over on. You know where High Street in Elm is?
Yeah.
You know how they made a reverse bike lane?
Did it? I don't know.
So if you go down High Street, if you go down Elm Street and you hit High Street, you can actually take the bike lane. The bike lane actually goes against traffic towards Chapel.
Okay.
And Yale had that put in a couple of years ago. We've been having issues with New Haven Police Department parking a patrol vehicle a little bit before the curve where you can't see it, but they're also in the bike lane. So now if you ride in 11 o'clock at night to try to get home, which a lot of folks be doing when they leave out these restaurants, leave out these bars, they bike at home because they feel like biking while drunk is different from driving while drunk. They're gonna go down they're gonna go down Elm and they're gonna bank right on High Street and they're gonna end up on the hood of the police car because the police car is sitting there on a speed trap with no lights on. No headlights, no red and blue lights. You just like, oh, what's going on? And I'm like, yo, you can't park here. What you mean I can't park here? I'm just like, you're gonna get somebody killed or you can get somebody hurt.
They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. They don't until I told dude I was like, listen, I'm gonna pull out my phone. I'm gonna take a video. I'm gonna take it home and send a video to. I'm gonna send this to all the white people that had this bike lane put here in the first place. I'm gonna send it to the police chief who's black. I'm gonna send it to the mayor who's also black, and I'm gonna put it on the news. And I'm putting it on my page. As soon as I hit play, this dude flew off so fast.
No cameras, please. No
He's
cameras.
like, yeah, I don't want to lose my job. I don't lose my job.
Now, your dad being a cop as long as he was, did he give you any advice about going out on patrol?
Oh, they didn't want me to do it at all. Him and my mother. It was
Yeah.
good.
So how do they feel about it? I know dad is supportive, but how does mom feel about her baby going out?
Everybody was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna." It was like right after Trayvon Martin, so the whole Trayvon Martin situation was still hot. So that was on everybody's mind. Like, "Oh my God, you keep on doing this, you're gonna get shot." I'm like, "Yo, 1 year after I did it, Mom, guess what? I'm not shot."
I mean,
There's still time.
I didn't want to say it.
Like, damn.
Like, you're like, yo.
Yeah, so,
I mean, but now over time we have eventually it's moved from being a person to being a movement.
yeah.
Which has been the biggest benefit from all the press, which is that people find us on YouTube. Hey, listen, I want to join. We got after I did a piece with New Haven Register, and I think they told me it got 10,000 views in the first week or something like that. I had a kid last summer find us on YouTube through that video and wanted to join because he felt like it was a good cause.
Yeah, I see you got a little Justice League going on.
Got Young Justice popping behind him.
Dude straight out of East Rock was like, yo, I want to join. I got kids in New Harville that want to join, kids in the Hill, kids in East Rock. Like that's something huge. We not getting paid. There ain't really no benefit for us out here in every day. We in a position where somebody can just take us out when they feel like it, and that's just gonna be that.
Yeah, but those people that join, are you afraid of them actually getting hurt because they don't have the same, I guess, backstory as you, where like something actually happened to you to make you go out on patrol? They don't have that same chip on their shoulder where they actually might get hurt out here, and then it's on you if that.
They get broken in and they get wavered. They sign a waiver, and I make sure I don't deal with nobody under 18. I'm good. I got 14-year-olds trying to inbox me. Oh, I want to join. No, nah. I'm 16. No, not even 16. I don't care. I don't care. You got to be 18 or older. I'm not dealing with nobody kid getting hurt and I'm getting blamed and all this other nonsense.
Because at that point, it might seem like they're trying to like fulfill like a dream or like the fantasy. Oh, I'm a superhero. I do something good for the community.
But you gotta
and
get up and do
fuck
this
around and get shot.
Yeah, but you got to get up and do that. Well, yeah. So here's the thing with the shot thing. Well, shot. We will never. I would never unless they.
I'm saying
do
one
what
of these kids are gonna join you, and something's gonna happen where they feel like they're you, and they're gonna go out on patrol, and something's gonna really happen to them, and then it's gonna be like, hey, this wouldn't have happened if. But
here's the thing, though. The number one thing that we teach and why we operate the way we do is, first of all, I don't even when I wear my mask out. The mask is really now, especially since my face is out there, less of a tool used to protect my identity and more of a tool used just to protect my face.
Right.
It's just protective gear. Because when I'm rolling up on a car with tinted windows trying to figure out why they parked there, I'm taking my mask off and asking them to roll out the window because if I have my mask on, they're not gonna roll their window down. So you gotta meet them halfway.
Right.
And nobody doing that downtown unless you like really like in front of Gotham or something.
Yo, somebody shot at Chief Keef in like Manhattan, like Midtown, like niggas.
Yeah, niggas
don't
is real.
care. Like niggas is real out here.
That's Midtown. That's not New Haven. They ain't doing that mess in New Haven. New Haven, downtown New Haven is so doggone high profile for no reason. They had some singer downtown on the Green yesterday who was famous 40 years ago, and they had mad feds on the Green for the singer.
I mean,
You overthinking Bill Clinton coming like, no, just somebody performing on the green. Seriously?
John Lennon thought he was safe. I'm just saying.
Damn, word.
I'm just saying. He thought he was Gucci. Everybody love me. Nah.
I mean, like, but like realistically, we would never. This is something that if we ever brought this to the hood, it would operate differently. It would be in response to whatever immediate issues the hood is having with the police department, and we operate transparently, and we also teach de-escalation, which departments do not teach. We know we don't have the authority to give out tickets. We know we are in a really, really bad situation if we're instigating anything. So all we do is de-escalate, teach people what the laws are, why they exist, and what could have happened. And every time we get cut off and we barely miss hitting the concrete, we just pull people like, listen, as long as you understand that you're wrong, and that if it wasn't me and somebody who wasn't experienced on a bicycle, that they probably would have died or got injured, and your insurance would have went up, and you would have got sued and or lost your license. As long as you understand that from the situation and learn from it, that's it. That's all I care about.
Okay.
So I'm not wrong. People like, yo, you wrong, F you and all this. I'm not doing all this. It's gonna be, listen. First of all, are you okay?
Right.
Or you make sure you not intoxicated, or you just had a bad day or got into a bar fight, you trying to get home, making sure that you're okay. Then after that, making sure that you understand what just happened so that you don't do this to somebody else.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that end up on the hoods of cars. A lot of people that end up under these tires. And it's because they don't anticipate potentially getting hit by a car while we anticipate it every single day.
Right.
And then we know how to avoid it. We know what alleys to go up, what curbs to hop. If traffic get too jammed up on one street, we already cased that entire section that we're patrolling before we went down there. So we know where all the potholes are. We know where all the construction sites are. We know where all of the DUI stops are going to be, all that stuff. And we know how to make our way around it. And we also know where all the bike lanes are that may go against traffic.
Y'all need an app or something.
Eventually.
Y'all need an app.
Eventually. But that might do us more harm than good, because there's actually been some talk about, hey, you guys should post when you do patrols. Yeah, not a good idea. Because if we have that one person that's looking for us, it's gonna create a problem.
Yeah, now they know where you at.
Yo, if y'all niggas get villains, I
Oh
swear.
hell yeah!
Somebody keeps saying that they gonna dress up as a villain and become an arch nemesis traffic jam or something.
Yo,
And I was just like, yo,
Traffic jammers.
I'm just like, first of all,
can we be your villains? I swear to God.
yo, I'm gonna be honest.
But we can't ride bikes.
Yo, niggas gonna go on patrol. I'm gonna paint y'all bike mad weird colors and shit. Like,
Yo,
come on, your bike gonna be like mauve or some shit.
That's
Fucking
funny.
robin's egg.
Robin's.
But nah, it's just like, we're gonna keep on going out and doing what we do, and at the end of the day, we're designed to protect the people from the police that are abusing their power,
Got you.
and protecting people from themselves too, because folks be out here drunk driving. I got hit by a sober driver. Now, imagine if they was drunk, I would have been dead.
Yeah, you probably
You'd
would
have
have
been
been out here.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't even know when you was there.
Exactly.
Now, how does the New York Post get the attention of you?
I did a story with online news station called Narratively. It was actually a written article with photos. I was doing patrols in December during all the snowstorms. So I also trained all my guys to ride in the snow, teach them how to drift,
You
how
got
to
a
ride.
four-wheeler, nigga? Like, what the
No,
what the fuck is on these bikes?
Whatever. I teach them how to do what they got to do on whatever bikes they have. Whether it be a road bike, a racing bike, a mountain bike, I teach them this is how you drift. Make sure you're able to make wide turns when you're riding. Keep a certain distance behind a car based upon the weather, the whole deal. So last winter we were doing patrols dealing with cops that was speeding too fast for no reason. Cars that wanted to test out forward drive. Plus, I was doing Uber Eats while I had the mask on, so that was lit too.
How many jobs you got?
Yo, Uber Eats, you gotta get paid. We not getting paid doing this. So sometimes, you chilling, you want to get paid.
Dog.
You wanted to pick up some food, get
If a
some
mass
exposure.
maniac come to the door with my burger, I'm swinging on.
Yo, but
I'm
listen,
not answering the door.
That's where the music come in. Because if you just see us, you get freaked out. You hear your favorite song, then you see us, you get hype.
Yo, you need a band. Yo, every superhero needs a fucking theme song.
We working on that.
Now, okay, so the New York Post, they saw you from there.
Yeah, they saw me from there.
Okay, and then when did they do the story on you?
They did the story on me in March. So they came to New Haven in March and followed me around from 10 a.m. on a Friday to 2 a.m. the following day.
Damn. Now,
just for that 3 minutes.
and
I
it,
know,
and
right?
then it appeared in what, like June or something?
It appeared in June.
Okay, now there's been a lot of online backlash. How have you been dealing with that backlash?
It is what it is. I've been called. Call me a terrorist. Call me a terrorist.
No.
'Cause I got called a terrorist because I pointed out that I was Muslim. Then I got called the N-word, and then the other kid got called Wonder Bread. And it just like, at the end of the day, I'm just like,
Yo, Coon and Wonder Bread sound like a fire tag team.
I'm just like, it's really, to me, it's just talk. There are so many, because I also run a marketing company that I started back in January 2017. There are scientific studies that just prove that that prove the psychology behind why you just shouldn't argue with people on the internet. And why you shouldn't argue with people over text message. And you really
But they was
Oh,
killing
because you can't convey
online.
tone.
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
Like,
I
black,
read
white,
the
Hispanic, everybody was
Yo,
killing you.
I be reading I read the comments, I read all the shares and all the captions that go with the shares. Yo, I'll be at my computer just dying. I ain't gonna lie. Just be like,
Who the fuck is this weird ass nigga just riding around about you? Get this nigga the fuck out of New Haven. This ain't what we about.
And I'm just over here just like, yo, okay, y'all, you mad? I'm over here chilling like I work. I ain't gonna lie. I work 3 jobs. I run my own marketing company. I work for Starbucks, and I run this custodial department for this company. And then on top of that, while all of this is happening, I'm over here renovating my apartment and trying to get married this Saturday.
So when do you
So
Damn.
All right, so when do you sleep?
I get like 3-4 hours of sleep a night right now.
So in order to go on patrol, you have to be attentive. You have to be aware. Going off 4 hours of sleep
Yo,
ain't really the best.
Nas be coming through on you, man. Nas, free coffee from Starbucks because you an employee.
Yo,
Yo,
that caffeine kicking. That might be a superpower.
for real.
Caffeine kicking. Stop.
And then,
Stop.
and then plus that music, you bump that right song, you got energy just off that song.
Yo,
You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why you got silent.
I'm trying to think of what Nas song would give me hype.
Oh, you over here talking about playing Nas songs. I'm over here talking about when you just don't care at night. You playing A$AP Rocky.
I'm playing 50, nigga.
Yo,
I'm pulling
whatever.
I'm pulling up somebody to get rich or die trying.
Or play some Friday the 13th like trap remix or something in the middle of the night and just creep down the street.
Dog. That shit. And that might be too eerie.
Yo, you got
I got a mask on. Listen to Friday the 13th. I might.
Yo, but you
how
always
walk-
gonna
how
find
you
that
walk up to
one
somebody and
person
say,
that's bumping though. You will always find that one person that's bumping because you're like, if black folks don't like it, white folks gonna like it, and if white folks and black folks don't like it, Hispanic folks like it.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Somebody gonna like it, especially downtown New Haven. Like that's like one of the biggest population densities that we got in Connecticut. It's right there in New Haven.
Got all them clubs and shit.
Exactly.
Down there. Yeah.
And everybody be down there because you got Toad's Place down there. You got Gotham. That Gotham just be having fights. It's like nobody business.
All the time.
Toad's Place always got done that. Done
Wait,
had
Gotham. I thought Gotham was a gay club now.
Wait, what?
They still got fights.
No,
All right. Yeah.
You trying to say gay people don't fight?
They still have
I don't
fights. Yo, they shut down Picton Plaza like at least once every Friday night, just because of the amount of people just flooding in the streets from Gotham.
Damn.
So it's like it don't matter. And then over at Toad's Place and College Street Music Hall being open, they keep bringing high profile people to New Haven.
Yeah.
So they always popping and just always be busy. So
That shit used to be worse though.
what?
When they had hip hop clubs downtown,
Yeah,
that shit used to be crazy.
yeah.
I mean, they got somebody in Toad's Place like every other month.
They
yeah,
do.
but Crown Street, that whole block used to be fucking lit with hip hop clubs. They ain't like that no more.
Yeah,
Nah, hell no.
Crown Street now is like
Remember our bar, yo?
Yes.
yo.
That's just a classic.
Crown Street got gentrified, man. Most of downtown New Haven is gentrified as hell right now,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
It's sad, but you know what? We let this stuff happen.
Yeah.
We let this happen. We can't blame nobody. We can't blame nobody but ourselves because at the same time, we got all this stuff happening. We got a lot of us. We spending all of our capital on all the wrong products, and we got like every other house on certain streets in New Hartville is foreclosed. And we could just buy them out and flip them to whatever we wanted to whatever we want them to, and get them zoned. Some of the stuff that's closed is retail spots.
Niggas don't know about investing in, foreclosure homes and shit like that.
Well, we know how to invest because we selling drugs, right?
That's kind of different.
Investment's an investment. You flipping something to make some money, that's investment.
Cooking crack and buying a house, two different things, man.
I mean, it's two different things, but think about the house as the block.
Right.
That's essentially you're just buying a place where you can sell a product.
You're right.
But nobody thinking like that. We thinking with a one block mindset, not a city mindset, not a country mindset. We just trying to own a block. That's it.
Right.
Or own a corner.
Now you're married or
I'll be getting married this coming Saturday.
this coming Saturday? Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, what does your fiance think about this? Matter of fact, did you meet her doing this?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Did you like save her life and then y'all got together?
Well, I didn't meet her doing this. I met her through one of my mom's friends.
Like, that'd have been dope.
And I had to explain to her up front, because you know it ain't no secret. Because I had to explain to him, like, yo, this is what I do. I don't get paid. I could die. But this is what I do.
Yo, that's an ill-ass icebreaker. What do you do? I'm a superhero, baby. You know what I mean?
Put on this mask.
Saving people and shit, you know? It's a thankless job, but I do what I do, you know?
It's just like, yo. And but you know what? It's like once people gain more of an understanding of it, they realize why.
That's hard to grasp, though. Like, yo, if I was
It
dating
is
a chick and
hard.
she
You know,
said, yo,
you should have kept it a secret for like a couple of months.
Yo, it
Had
was
two personalities.
it was a secret for the first 2 years that I did it. I didn't really say that I did it until like year number 2.
I would have kept that shit a secret. Like you coming home late, I'm like, oh, sorry, baby. We got some bitch house. Nah, that ain't it.
yo, you know what? Yo, this would be an ill-ass movie, yo.
Yo.
That nigga, oh, where you was at? You was with that bitch? Like, nah, bro. Like, come upstairs. Hit the bookshelf shit. It's all my bikes, it's my mask. That's what I do, baby. I'm not cheating, I'm just out saving the world. New Haven right now. Yo, we gotta write this.
Yo. My thing, but you know what? At first I thought about it, because first 2 years I did not tell nobody. I would literally be like, I'm going on lunch break at Starbucks. Slip out the back door, throw on the mask, ride around for 30 minutes, go back in the store. Everybody like, yo, you just missed the mask. I'd be like, for real?
He ripped off the button down. He ripped the button down.
Instead of a phone booth, he got a bathroom.
For real? I'm like, yeah.
A word.
And then this one time, this cop was just, he was just talking so much junk. I said, wait right here. I went in the back,
Taking
got the
off
mask.
the
I was
eighth
like,
and loosening up the tie.
I was like, look. He was like, nah. I was, And then when they realized who it was, they were like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah.
Yo, my nigga, if you don't get your ass back to your $8 an hour job, leave me the fuck alone.
Yo, it really be like that, though. It's like $10.53 right now.
Damn, yo.
Before taxes. So you really making 8 after taxes. But they got health benefits,
They got, I mean, yeah.
which I need right now.
Did you have to do that sensitivity training?
Nah, you know what? Here's what happened, right? So I
There's a
left.
video of him.
I left Starbucks in July of 2017 for my custodial job.
Remember that Captain America shit that they did?
Yeah.
Oh, when he was in the video?
Yeah, we was in the video.
So you double parked again. Some shit like that.
Mass high.
Right,
I'm the
right.
mass maniac.
For real. But nah, I ended up. What was you? I don't even know what we was talking about just now. We done straight off.
I mean, the sensitivity training.
Yeah.
Oh, so I left Starbucks in July 2017
Okay.
because the pay was whatever, and I wasn't really I wasn't really looking to get married, and I was just chilling.
Yeah.
Then I recently got back to Starbucks at the beginning of this July.
Oh, okay.
So I missed the whole sensitivity training.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah. But you know what? Even though I wasn't working for Starbucks, people still tagged me in the video and asked me, so Sabir, what do you think about this? I'm like, yo, I am not the Starbucks PR person. I actually quit. Stop bugging me.
I mean, you should be telling motherfuckers pay you. Like, hey, man, I'll be your PR person if y'all pay me.
For real. But you know, yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Now, do you plan on at any point stepping it up? Because now it's just like traffic stops and things like that. Do you plan on stepping it up like higher, like petty thefts or like getting a fucking police scanner or something like that? Something like really like kick ashes.
We do have a right place, right time policy where if you are in the right place at the right time, particularly when people are found unconscious because they drunk, somebody OD'd, while you are riding around on patrol, you need to know where the EMTs are.
Okay.
Because if you call 911, there's a 20-minute delay time, even if a car is next to you, because you got to call 911. First of all, you call 911, they got to direct you to New Haven. Then you get on the phone with dispatch in New Haven. They got to sit there and now put out a call to all the ambulances nearby to respond to you.
Right.
And then once they figure that out, it gets to you. It's like sitting there ordering an Uber, except just it take forever. You got to deal with like 5 other apps before you even get to actually ordering your ride.
Shit.
So we basically what we do is we figure out, okay, we know EMTs is parked here, and here. So if something go down in this block, we know we just got to go grab an EMT, come back. We can just cut the time back by 18 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So that's sort of how we deal with that. Violent crime, I've only broken up about 2 bar fights my entire time being a mass maniac.
Okay.
Only because they ended up in the middle of the street and it just got I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all in my
I'm just like, why
jurisdiction.
y'all fighting? Dude, Dad was fighting. He was like, "Oh, I got the car trying to fight him because he was in my way in the middle of the street and I was driving the car." So he's walking across the street. He stands in front of your car for like 2 seconds before he goes across the street. You know he's drunk, and you got your car to fight him. Seriously, you're just not gonna go around and go home.
I mean, sometimes you gotta swing on niggas. I don't know. I mean,
Like,
I don't know.
he spit on my car.
Oh well.
Okay, yeah.
You got a free car wash, man. You got a free car wash. And that alcohol is probably cleaning off all the extra dirt that's built into your car right now.
Yeah, but that common sense shit don't work with most people.
I realized that. I'm like, but and the crazy part is, it didn't be the sober dude that's instigating. Like, you the one who got sense and you acting stupid.
Yeah, well, because once you get mad, once you riled up, it's a little late.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, I can't. I'm just like, yo, this gotta stop. And then luckily, and this is where when you big time, just your clout help you de-escalate situations. Oh, you that dude? My bad. I go home. Straight up like that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yo, dog, I want no problems. Yo. I just wanna
Save
go
me,
home.
or you roll up in a full body armor. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going home.
I'm going home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm
Fuck
like,
is this night nigga?
Night nigga.
Like,
Night
yo,
Negro.
like yo, for real.
That's a good ass name.
Now you know what I joke with people. I actually tell them I sound Black Batman.
Black Batman.
Black Batman. They said not Batman, Black Man.
Black man.
Yo, how many Blake Man jokes did you get?
How many Black Man jokes
Blank
like
man.
No, Blank Man, like Blank Man. Remember like Damon Wayans?
I've never got any Blank Man jokes.
Never?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
I've made up most of my
He
jokes.
brought the news.
Oh, you do got to do check too.
I got compared to Kick Ass.
Right.
one
Oh,
time.
hell yeah.
I got compared to, I don't know if y'all watch anime. Apparently there's some
That's what this
character.
podcast is about.
Some character on
Oh,
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. What is his name?
Woman Rider.
Woman Rider.
Yo, damn, I've been compared to him so many times. I got compared to
Yo, he ain't got no
down.
powder.
Yo, you remember Lego Bionicles?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got compared to Lego Bionicles.
Yo, ain't that the mask you got, but you just spray painted them?
Nah, it's a different mask. This is a regular paintball. I bought a regular paintball mask off Amazon.
Okay.
Bought some motocross body armor off Amazon from like different companies, and that's it. And just wore like regular.
I could have
shoes.
swore the mask that I saw one that was just like a face, and then I saw like 3. I could have swore it was Bionicle.
It's similar, but it's not the same.
Okay.
Similar, but it's not the same.
Got you.
But I got all kinds of masks. I got that kind of mask. I got a Kylo Ren mask. I got a Star.
Oh,
You know the black Death Trooper from Rogue One, the black Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I got the authentic Death Trooper helmet with the little laser on the side.
No, but how do you go out in that and be able to see your peripherals and shit like
Yo,
that?
that peripheral is there.
Oh,
I check before I even actually use it.
Okay.
So it's there. And I
good,
make
we
sure
good.
the visor don't fog up. What else? What other mask I got? I got gas masks.
Word.
But here's how you get away with the gas mask. So technically, according to the doctor, I'm supposed to have asthma. Because I bike so much, my asthma don't affect me. So when I wear the mask, it's like, yo, the air quality low, officer. So I'm trying to breathe.
I'm trying to breathe.
I'm just trying to live, dog.
I got away with it like multiple times. Like, yo, or they go, oh, it's severe. Because sometimes what I'll do is I'll wear the mask. I'll wear the gas mask, but I'll put the mask on my shoulder like a badge, so they know who.
Right.
So they know who it is. Like, oh, we know who that is. Yeah,
That's crazy,
We're gonna
yo.
leave that alone.
He dead ass got clout with like police officers. Like
Only in New Haven though, because if I step out of New Haven, like my 2 furthest bike rides have been from Woodbridge, Connecticut to Madison, and from New Haven to Fairfield.
Now, do you want to venture out past New Haven to go somewhere else to try to?
Yo, I want to take the farming ticket down to Boston.
Boston kind of racist.
But
Massachusetts
kind of racist.
Kind
Yo, I visit Massachusetts on a regular basis because that's where my fiance at. Yo, kind of racist.
Yo.
They be bugging.
So you want to go out there and just be this mass vigilante guy and just
Mass black
deal with
man.
that?
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
I'm
Can't
with
knock,
you.
can't knock the hustle.
Yo, if you with it, I'm with it.
Yeah.
For real.
Now,
I wear a Black Lives Matter shirt right to their house.
I watched the town, nigga. I don't know.
Yo, when I biked to Madison, it was right before the Donald Trump election. No lie. I got to Branford to go stop at Starbucks for a drink. I'm over here taking a selfie cam. Yo, I'm at Starbucks. I made it. I ain't dead. I'm about to go hop over to Branford. I
Psych.
look inside the camera. I look real close. The whole Branford border where it says "Welcome to Branford" is lined up with Trump signs. And I was like, yeah, I gotta go because I was
Yeah,
going.
I
I was
gotta
going
go.
to a photography shoot in Madison. As I got closer to Madison, every other house first had Trump signs. You got closer to Madison, then every house had Trump signs. And I was just like, yo.
Yeah, that's that hick country. You gotta get out of there.
My boy's girlfriend from Madison, Connecticut. It's wild out there.
How
do you find a girl from that? All right, you know what? Never mind.
Yo,
I can
rent
tell
is
you how.
expensive in New Haven, man.
It is, but that's why everybody goes either out of Connecticut or they go down to like Bridgeport or like something else, like Hartford.
Nobody trying to live in no Bridgeport.
Hey.
Right? And ain't nobody trying to live in no Hartford.
Nigga, he lying. I'm not trying to live in Bridgeport.
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody trying to live in Bridgeport.
I don't want to be there.
Nobody trying to live in Waterbury. Nobody trying to live in Hartford.
Yeah, Waterbury worse than Bridgeport.
Yeah.
For real. And all them hills too. They on top of that. Not only is it crazy out there, but they got like the craziest hills. Like you ever notice how Bridgeport, once you get past like that hill in Stratford on Boston Avenue, that like Bridgeport like just like in a pit.
Yo,
in order to get out of Bridgeport, you gotta go up a hill.
Yo, it's an everlasting black cloud on Bridgeport that just won't let up. It's just
until you cross under that bridge and go over to the plaza, and it's like all like nice.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, you still in Bridgeport?
Trumbull.
Yeah,
shit, like,
yo.
So you get out of there,
or just go to Fairfield, cross right over Fairfield. Everything nice.
Yeah,
anywhere. Now, do you still do poetry?
I still do poetry. I used to produce music. I used to.
What happened?
What happened was...
Was you rapping or you just producing?
No, I was rapping.
You was rapping?
I self-produced.
What was your rap name?
For Real.
For Real?
Number 4, REAL.
Oh, you was trash.
Listen, I only did conscious rap. That's all I did.
All you did was conscious
All I
rap.
did was rap about youth violence and how it needed to stop, how folks needed to get their act together. Because when I was in... So, another part of my story. When I was in 8th grade, I taught an after-school program at my school.
at your home school?
No. When I went to Amistad Middle School in 8th grade, I taught an after-school program.
Okay, gotcha.
I designed and taught my own after-school program that went from 4 to 40 people in a school year.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And then by the time I went to high school, I said, yeah, this is what I did at middle school. And it was like, yo, we need that here. So then we turned it into an accredited after-school program for the high school in 2 different high schools, both Amistad. And I taught at Amistad and New Haven Academy for my freshman to my junior year.
Okay.
And I taught like up to 300 kids and started a youth program that did a bunch of youth events for kids for like 40 years.
Are you talking about the
Youth Day Project?
Youth Day Project?
Yeah. So I ended up starting that while I was 16. Everybody around me that was working on it with me was also 16, 13, 14, 12. And I had one dude that was like 18 at the time.
Okay.
So it was just like that. With the way that was structured, I did music that helped fit that brand.
Okay.
Where sort of the brand kind of just fit the music too, but there was that. But I rapped about like you can find my stuff on SoundCloud. It's still up there. It's still on SoundCloud. It's still on YouTube. If you look up Sabir For Real Abdussabur, you're gonna find all the stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at that.
You still got a hot 16?
Nah.
You got something ready in the chamber?
No, I might have it, but I think I forgot it.
War sucks, Starbucks.
I dare you to go on the SoundCloud. I think my favorite track up there is this song called "What Happened to Hip Hop," and basically it was a song that I actually did.
Act like we ain't got computers.
So I got this. So the song was about. So when I was in Amistad High, we ended up having a class for one semester called Hip Hop History, and the dude said you had to find your final assignment is you need to write about the history of hip hop. So I wrote about the history of hip hop, and then personified hip hop as a woman that's being abused by the industry.
What happened to hip hop? That's right here. Okay.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna play it now. I ain't gonna do them like that. Now why?
It ain't a bad song. Hey, this is one of my best tracks.
Dog,
if you play it now, I ain't gonna be mad.
I'm gonna tell you. If this shit trash, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, he's very critical when it comes to hip hop. I just want you to know.
All right, so you want to introduce the song?
Yeah.
So go ahead. So this is Sabir. What happened to hip hop?
Mm-hmm.
So let's play on that. I'm really gonna tell you if it's trash.
This only playing through the headphones.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. You made the beat too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you should have hooked them up.
Word.
Yeah, I retired.
Yo, I was like,
I'm retired, nigga.
Check, yeah, I'll be the MC, not just a microphone checker, but the master of ceremonies. Call me the dancer, yeah, I do the dougie. Yeah, and all the world love me. Grab me some art, highway side, yeah, it looks lovely. Yeah, it looks lovely, and the whole world can see.
I don't like it.
The DJ like, cut that beat. Bass drops, and then we out our seats. Got much lovers, cause this gift he drops. Evolved in a renaissance called the hip hop, and maybe the musical prophet. Dropped an 808, but I got the 64, so make way. How much pay? B to Billie Holiday. First MC saying what all the people just couldn't say. But if she saw us now in this day and age, she'd be singing about the frozen fruit in the ice age. Please just tell me what happened in hip hop. Her heart speeds rhythm suddenly stop. Replace pacemaker, 808 drops. Chakras going, hips pop. Please just tell me what happened in hip hop. Her heart speeds rhythm suddenly stop. Replace pacemaker, 808 drops. Murder in the underground, and she makes another sound.
I'm not gonna judge you because this shit was like 6 years ago. I'm not gonna judge you.
So I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm not gonna judge you, but that was bad.
For 6 years, for 6 years ago, that's not bad.
For 6 years ago, that's not bad.
6 years
'cause
ago, I
you
was
18.
Yeah, I was 18.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna judge you for that, but I don't want to ever hear that shit again.
This nigga.
I fuck with you. I love what you're doing. Just don't fuck with this music.
Now you know why I let it go.
I was about to ask you why you stopped doing music, but it's some shit you gotta grow with.
This nigga.
All right. Hash whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, don't use my real name.
I'll bleep it out. Now, what's the most disrespectful thing that's happened to you on patrol that you can think of?
Black woman tried to tase me while I was riding.
Yeah.
I was escorting somebody home. I got chased in the rain, in the dark, by SUV, which was not SUV, a pickup truck that went around the corner and came back and tried to hit me and the person I was riding with.
Oh, that nigga was gonna lynch you.
And I was just like, okay. This is the one time, because I was just like, yo, I don't got time. I got somebody with me that's not trained to deal with this. One time I actually ended up calling the cops.
Okay.
Why did I end up with the cop that also bikes on his free time? He was like, yo, there was this time where I wasn't working and I was just riding. I tried to race you, but you like just burnt me. And I was just like,
Dog.
Because I do this, dog.
I just want to fill out the police report. I'm so tired right now. I just biked in the rain getting chased by a pickup truck with another person. Because if it's just me, I just dip.
Yeah.
But I'm with somebody else.
You don't want to just leave him in his own.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, it was crazy. So it's like that. And then the coon thing, that was just like, okay, that's wild. Seriously. Like that's probably the most disrespectful thing that happened. Getting called a coon.
Yeah, I believe that.
Dude tried to hit me with a cane while he riding. Like, yo, what is you doing?
You live a wild life, man. So what's next for you? What do you want this to turn into? I know you said you want to have like a chapter in every town. You said that in the New York Post.
I've gotten outreach from Canada. I've got outreach from New York, Iowa, Utah, Virginia. Apparently, there is a real life Justice League in the United States of real life superheroes.
I believe it.
I heard about them like a
that
while
reached
ago.
out to me about getting involved and stuff. So we're gonna see where this go. It's really right now. I try to leave it at a group decision because it's not just me anymore.
How many is it still just two or
Right now it's 2 because we had to kick out some dudes for being stupid.
you had to kick damn.
Niggas get kicked out.
Because you can't, because it's just different stuff. Like you can't add heat to the situation.
See,
so
man, you making villains, man.
You make it that's the origin story right there.
villains,
yo, take this stuff. Take all. And the other thing, we give them all the equipment. So we go show up at their house and confiscate all the equipment.
Oh,
when
you
they
took
get
all this
kicked
shit
out.
back?
Yeah, we don't play that. I don't play that. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, you're gonna get an IG
Yo.
live video. Masked maniac.
But it's like right now it's just 2. We're gonna do a mass expansion based upon this video, and we're gonna have to filter out the people that want to get involved and make sure they're not trying to get involved for the press, or they try to actually get involved for the cause.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna move forward and just keep on doing conferences potentially in every state, and just bringing together people. Like, listen, we're gonna do a mass maniac chapter training for anybody that want to start one. Everybody in that state show up to this location. We're gonna do a training for the day.
Has anyone approached you about doing like a comic book or anything like that?
Yes, I've been approached about doing a comic book 3 or 4 times. One time it fell through. It got put on hold because just different stuff, life stuff happened. A lot of stuff got put on hold because I got engaged in March. So I was just like, yo, all this stuff is getting put on the burner. I need to go to work. I gotta make money. My wife about to come here. Like, yeah,
You gotta support all that shit.
yeah, and I'm over here flipping an apartment, so I gotta also rip up carpet and put it in floorboards, and I'm just like on top of working doubles. So just like, yeah, all that stuff got put on hold. But I wanna after everything sort of calms down with this new transition of my life, I wanna start going back and reaching out for those opportunities.
Okay, now superheroes they all eventually retire. Do you ever see yourself stop doing this?
Of course,
like not doing this.
Of course, that's why there's more than one of me now.
Okay.
When I'm at work, the other guy's out. When he's not out, I'm out.
Okay.
It's alternate, and they always think it's me. Oh, I saw you. No, you didn't.
you
see me
didn't.
yesterday. I was at work. I didn't even work anymore.
Don't you see me, bitch? I'm everywhere.
So it's like, yeah.
Word. Yo, even though I didn't like your music, I like you as a person. I like what you're doing. What you're doing is dope. I want you to keep doing, despite what everybody keeps saying about you online or whatever the case may be. No matter how many people call you a coon, keep doing what you're doing. Yo.
That's funny, yeah.
This shit is dope. Like, we need something like this. No one steps up to do shit. Everybody just talk or they just post shit online with hashtags and shit. You actually doing something. Right. So I like what you're doing. So yeah, that's our interview with Sabir.
Word.
And we're gonna take a break and be right back.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, man.
All right, no problem.
And that was our interview with Sabir. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope y'all got some insight into this whole, I guess, movement that he's trying to start. Shout out to Sabir for coming through.
True.
Picks. Y'all got picks?
Yo, live life, dog. That's my pick.
It's not a pick, nigga.
Go on vacation, dog.
That's not a. Oh, okay. So go on vacation.
Get your dick sucked by a random chick named Maria. Live your life, dog.
Did you get your dick?
No, I'm just talking shit.
Oh, okay. Bobby, what you got?
Some old shit. Watch the HBO Spawn. Watch that shit.
If we can fucking find it, where's okay? So you said it's on HBO now.
Yeah, it's on HBO now. You got to type in Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Okay.
Because that's the same thing I did. I kept putting Spawn. Nothing was coming up.
I don't spore.
Spore. 2 spores, 1 cup.
All right. So my pick, I found by accident. Right, I was watching Attack on Titan. Then after the show ended, it went to this other anime called Assassination Classroom.
Oh yeah,
and I'm stuck on that shit.
Yeah.
That shit kind of goofy, but it's kind of dope.
Yeah.
And I was watching that shit. It's about this class. It's about a classroom of degenerates that have to kill their teacher in order to graduate. They teacher's an alien, and he blew up the moon like he turned the shit into like a whole crescent, like a forever crescent.
Forever crescent.
And then he said at a certain point on Earth he's gonna blow up the Earth, and these students have to try to kill him before he does such. But he has this unwavering thing that he wants to teach these students as well. It's mad weird and mad funny, but you know I'm watching. I'm on like episode 7, I think, or like season 1. I still got to get through season 2 and all that shit. And yeah. That's about it.
Word.
Oh yeah, also this nigga I met at Comic-Con. Shout out my boy Coda. He got a whole comic book out and I didn't even know that shit. Like niggas that we went to college with doing shit out here.
Gang gang.
And his name was Coda Robles. He got a comic book out called Smooth. We're trying to get some backing behind it. I'm hopefully gonna get him on the show sometime in the next month or so. So shout out to Coda. I'm gonna put everything in the description of this podcast. Yeah, go check that out. Go support the homie.
Word.
Let's see. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really. So, 3 Ninjas Pod on Twitter. 3 Ninjas Pod on Twitter. 3 Ninjas Podcast on Instagram. 3 Ninjas Podcast at gmail.com. Like I said before, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, where the fuck you get your podcast. We are there if you want to check us out. And what's your social media?
I'm Hes Jones on all type of things. Support us on our Patreon.
Yeah, shout out to our new Patreon subscriber. Bobby, what's your Instagrams and your Twitters and your Pornhub account?
I do have a Pornhub account.
An account?
You guessed that right.
Wait, you have an actual account?
Yes, I have an account.
Do you pay for that shit?
No.
For why? Not
I was
Bobby
thinking
don't
about
pay
making
for
some
shit.
tapes.
Oh, god damn it.
I thought about it. But anyway,
Your mom,
Bobby.
What?
Bobby.
What?
Bobby.
Yeah, my boy was talking about doing that shit with his girl.
I am. You know how
Swear
much
to
money
God.
they get from that? You know how much money they get from that?
I swear to God, he was
So
talking about
is
that
it
shit.
is it like YouTube clicks and shit?
Yes.
Yo, I don't have to show my
Word?
face. Yo, I can have a
he was-
Spider-Man mask
My boy
on
was
and
saying the same shit.
just go
He was
in.
talking about he's gonna do this shit with his baby mama.
Hell yeah.
Fucking just not show his face,
Just be a
not
superhero.
show her face, and just live their life. And I was like,
Call me Black Bastard or something. Just go around fucking business.
I'm like, do your thing, dog. Like, do your thing.
Some money in there.
Get set.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Instagram, everything. The Improdabob, EMPRODABOB at everything. Finally on Facebook till they take that down again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been up there for a while now.
You've been up there for a couple weeks, yo.
Yeah,
You
they
good.
warned me twice already.
Damn.
For what?
Anything, man.
You
It's
gotta chill.
copyright shit.
See,
I didn't even see you post no videos up there though.
Yeah.
No, it's not on my shit. It's on my page.
Oh, you
I
got
made
a
a separate page.
Oh, you got an actual like
Yeah.
entertainment page.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's an
got
actual
you,
page.
got you.
Okay.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, HK_Domino. I don't use Snapchat. Facebook
Me
don't.
neither.
Snapchat. I mean, Facebook don't find me. If you find out my real name, just don't add me. YouTube, Round
people be
12
adding me.
Gaming. I did a couple videos. I put up 2 videos since I've last been here. I did one for Friday the 13th, and I did one for Super Mario Maker. Shout out to Grave 9 and this other dude. What's his name? Tawan Curry for subscribing and watching my videos. I appreciate it. Other than that, what else? I think that's it.
I'm living my best life.
I ain't going back and forth
With you niggas.
All right, so Ninja Vanish. We out here.